where it stops, no one knows. We're going head into the unknown. Na, 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 na.
Hold on one second. There we go. All right, today we're doing the depositions of Johnny Messer and Ned Smith, and if we can squeeze it in, we're going to also be doing the deposition of Rod Abrams. So we're starting with Johnny Messer right off the bat. Like I said in chat, I only have a limited time today, so I want to be able to get through as much as possible. So we're starting with Johnny Messer, whose deposition was taken on April 26th of 2024. And as just same as yesterday, I'll let you guys know when the attorney changes if we can. So Johnny Messer, having been duly sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth relating to said matter, is examined and testified as follows. State and spell your name for the record, please.
Johnny Ray Messer. It's JOHNNYMESSER.
Okay, and how old are you?
36.
36. All right. Have you ever been through a deposition before?
No, sir.
Okay, it's not real complicated. I'm going to be seeking answers from you about a number of questions I have. The biggest problem we run into with everybody, whether they've had 10 depositions or this is their first one, is they will sometimes talk over each other. And it's hard for her to decipher two voices at once. So we'll try not to do that. And number two, and this is the one everybody violates, is answering yes or no versus or and head shakes yes or no. So if your head is shaking, which a lot of people do, I'll say, is that a yes or no? If you're uh-huh-ing or uh-uh-ing, I will say, is that a yes or no? It's not me trying to be a jerk or anything. I'm just trying to get a clean record so later on when we're reading it, we know exactly what was said. And if I ask any questions that don't make sense, that will happen on occasion. It's okay to say, that doesn't make any sense. Can you re-ask it? And I will re-ask it because I only want you answering questions that you know the answers to, okay? Does that sound good? Sound fair?
Yes.
All right. What, if anything, did you do today to prepare for this deposition?
I've done absolutely nothing to prepare for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was the last part?
I said I've done nothing to prepare.
Nothing to prepare. Okay, you didn't watch anything, review anything?
No.
Didn't talk to anybody?
No.
Okay, well, I know that Taylor was here last Friday, or not here, but down in Rushville. And did you talk to her after her deposition?
Yeah, I picked my son up that night.
Okay, and how long did you talk to her about her deposition?
She just told me you asked her some questions.
Did you learn what questions I asked?
She mentioned questions about Elvis Fields, which I do not personally know him.
Okay.
That's something that Todd Click has come up with.
Okay.
And I honestly don't feel comfortable sitting here being questioned by you without legal representation of my own.
Okay.
Because a lot of things have been twisted and turned. And if Todd Click had done his job right the first time and got confirmation on where I was that day and what I was doing, I wouldn't be in this boat.
Okay.
He's been after me for a long time.
Okay.
He's caused me a lot of problems in life.
Okay. Have you, prior to me kind of getting back talking to you about this deposition, had you talked to any police officers? When is the last time you talked to police about anything related to this situation?
I reached out to give work records and bank records from the time that all this stuff happened.
Okay, and who did you give that to?
The investigator. I reached out to the prosecutor's office and they put me in touch with the investigator.
And who was that, if you know?
Jerry
Jerry who?
Holman.
He calls him Jerry?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Okay. Holman, and when did you do that?
Back when all this first came out on social media and started destroying my name.
August or September of last year?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the reasons that you canceled last week's deposition was because of a doctor's appointment. Did you get to go to your doctor's appointment?
Yes.
Okay. And what time was that doctor's appointment?
It was right after work. I worked till 1:30. I got off work at 1:30 and I go 3 times a week for treatment for my back.
All right. And I know that you know this, but you're under oath. So I'll tell you, I'm pretty open about stuff. I'm transparent. One thing I was thinking was that you might have made up that because I don't know you, that I wanted to get Taylor in, hear what she had, what happened, and then come back next Friday. And I have a better idea what happened. But you actually had a doctor's appointment?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, I go 3 times a week.
Is that for like the back or something?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that your wife was at that deposition, right?
Yes.
How did she know what was going on with Taylor?
They're good friends. They talk every day. Me and Taylor talk every day.
That's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. To your knowledge, did Taylor on the day tape record any of the deposition on her phone or any other device?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And your wife is Carrie. Is that Karri?
Kerri.
Kerri. Okay. Tell me a little bit about your background. Like, where did you grow up? What high school did you go to? How far did you go? Kids, marriage, that kind of stuff.
I grew up in Rushville and moved to Newcastle about 6th grade and ended up back in Rushville. I went to school over there for a little while. I didn't graduate. I went to work. We didn't have much growing up, so I went to work to help out. I've got 4 kids. I raised my daughter on my own. She's 17 years old now, already graduated, has a job, has her own car.
How old are your other kids?
My son is 7 and my twins are 9.
And I think Taylor does she have a 7? Is that hers, the 7-year-old with you?
Yes. And then I have a son who passed away who would be 9 this year.
Miss Auger says, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
The 9-year-old or the twins, I hadn't heard about the twins. Who were they with?
With their mom.
Oh, I mean, was it Taylor or?
No.
Who is the mom?
Her name's Nikki.
Nikki. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you, I've got a bunch of people. I'm going to side note here. Do we know what happened with this kid?
Mm-mm. This
I don't
is the
think
first
I've
I
ever
heard about
that.
it.
Yeah.
And would have been born at the same time as his twins by somebody else. By this. So the twins are with Nikki, but I don't know who this other. Would that have been Taylor? I think Taylor, she has a 7-year-old, and then I have a son who passed away who would be 9. So it doesn't say if that would be Taylor's or. Oh, it was Taylor's. Okay. So in Taylor's deposition, she does say that they lost a baby right before they had the one that's 7 now.
Wait, they lost a baby like a miscarriage or stillbirth?
Well, so I think it was like 26, 20, some type of, maybe like 22 to 26 weeks. Somebody else might know for sure. And,
okay.
And one of the questions that she got all bent out of shape about was that, how it was written in like Click and them's police reports is that she had a miscarriage at that time. And she's like, I would never have called it a miscarriage. I would have never referred to it as a miscarriage because I gave birth to that baby and it died like almost right away.
Because it was
maybe the next day.
Because it wasn't far enough along. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that he had a kid that like died, like a.
Yeah,
like
no. It was, alive for a few hours. Yeah, it was just a few hours.
Like I don't know. I was thinking like older. Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot she said that. So it was with Taylor, and the baby died like within a few hours. And I don't know where we are now. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You're at the top.
Yeah, Nikki. Okay, all right. I'm going to ask you. I've got a bunch of people. I'm going to ask whether you know or not. And then just say yes or no. Or if it's a different answer, you don't have to just say yes or no.
Didn't
Can I
I
make that
just
more confusing for you?
didn't I
Just answer. Just
didn't
answer the
I
question.
didn't I just say that I'd like to have my own legal representation before I answer a bunch of your questions?
You did.
Due to things already being twisted and turned around and lies being made up.
Sure, you did.
And then you kept going.
Well, you were ordered here by subpoena. So
Okay. Well, I'm here.
you are here. And I appreciate that. But if you're not, listen, I'm not here to cause problems.
This has already caused me a lot of problems in my life. I've had to switch jobs. I can't go to my kids' functions because people are looking at me like I'm some kind of monster. Social media has devoured my name.
I can't sit there and make you answer questions. Okay. If you're not going to answer questions, then we'll deal with it the way that we deal with it. However, that is, we may have to get a judge involved. You may have to appear up in court. I don't know exactly how I would deal with it, but I'm not, if you don't want to answer questions, I can get you here.
Go ahead and ask me. If I don't want to answer a question, I won't answer it.
Okay. Do you know the following people? Peter Dunn.
Yes.
How do you know him?
He was married to my sister.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
Everything.
He's one of these kind of handy guys or something?
Yeah.
A little bit of everything?
I don't think he holds down an actual job.
Was he ever involved in the Vinlanders?
No.
Josh Harrison, do you know him?
I know Josh.
And was he ever involved in the Vinlanders?
No, he wasn't.
And who is Josh Harrison?
His backyard was in my backyard when we were kids. We grew up together.
Okay. How about Benny Cameron?
I know Benny Cameron.
Does he have anything to do with the Vinlanders?
No.
Matt Busberg.
I know of Matt Busberg. I don't personally.
Okay. I think these are all the same person, but I think he goes by different names.
Okay.
Douglas Hunt or Ed Hunt or Douglas Ed Hunt. Any of those three names ring a bell for you?
No.
Larry L.K. Spiegel.
No.
Danny Hammond.
No.
Billy Messer.
Yes.
Who's that?
That's my uncle.
Okay. Was he ever involved with the Vinlanders?
No.
Jay Carpenter.
I do not know him. I've heard his name, but I don't personally know him.
Okay. Eric Abernathy.
No.
You don't know him?
No.
Okay. Josh Christman.
Yes, I do know who he is.
Okay. Now, Josh, according to Taylor, she thinks that he might have gone by a different last name also. Do you know what I'm talking about?
He went by two different names. Right off the top of my head, I can't remember what the other name was.
I might stumble upon it here. Is it Josh Stevenson, maybe?
That might be it. It's been so long since I've seen him.
I mean, I'm not going to hold that to you if it is. I think that's what she said too.
All right.
But we can figure it out. Do you know why he had two different last names?
I have no clue.
Was Josh Christman ever involved in any way with the Vinlanders?
No. He was American Guard.
Did he ever attend any Vinlander events?
He was at a Trump rally one time.
Okay. So he's never been to like Mickey McGinley's house?
No. He may have gone over there after the rally.
Okay. I went home. Oh, I should say okay.
I
Yeah, I
went
didn't-
home after that.
Did you ever recruit Josh Christman to be a member of Vinlanders?
No.
Brittany Odom.
I know Brittany.
And how do you know Brittany?
She used to come over back when I was into drugs and would hang out and do drugs with us.
Kind of a drug buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. And a guy named Dougie. I don't know his last name.
There was a Dougie that hung out at Mickey's.
Okay. What was his last name if you know?
I don't know. Dougie the Jew. That's what they call him.
Was he Jewish?
I don't know.
Okay. Was he like affiliated, or how would you say he was affiliated with the Vinlanders?
He just hung around.
Is that a phrase called the hang around? Is that a thing?
I guess.
Okay. We talked about Josh Stevenson. That might be Josh Chrisman. Do you know any other Josh Stevenson?
No.
Okay. How about Robert Thomas?
I've heard the name. I don't personally know him.
Daniel Thomas?
I've heard, like I said, I've heard that name. I don't personally know him.
Sean Barksdale.
I know Sean Barksdale.
Okay. How do you know him?
Church meetings, recovery meetings in church.
Okay. Was he involved in
No.
Vinlanders?
No.
Angel Fontenot.
No.
Eugene Stanley.
I know some Stanleys. I don't personally know Eugene Stanley. I know that he had a fan company.
Okay, how about George Stanley?
I don't know him.
Michael Eadler, Eadler?
No.
David Fields.
I know David Fields.
Was he ever involved in any way with the Vinlanders?
No, he was not.
Did he ever show an interest in Vinlanders?
He asked me.
He asked you?
Yeah.
Anybody else that I've previously mentioned? I can go through their names if you want me to. I should have been asking that question. Was there any interest? I'm going to read these names up to that point. If any of these names had an interest, whether you asked them about, introduced them to the Vinlander concepts, or they came to you and said, hey, I heard you're in this club. I want you to tell me if any of those names that I've already mentioned had shown interest. Peter Dunn, Josh Harrison. If any of them did, just stop me, okay? Peter Dunn, Josh Harrison, Benny Cameron, Matt Busberg, Douglas Hunt, Ed Hunt, Douglas Ed Hunt, Larry L.K. Spiegel, Danny Hammond, Billy Messer, Jay Carpenter, Eric Abernathy, Josh Chrisman, Brittany, well, she's Dougie, Josh Stevenson, Robert Thomas, Daniel Thomas, Sean Barksdale, Eugene Stanley, George Stanley, Michael Eadler. Out of all those names, did any of them ever show any interest in Vinlanders?
No.
But Davis Fields did.
He asked me about it one time. It was short-lived. I was just a probate for the Vinlanders. I was not a recruiter.
What is a probate?
It's a prospect.
How would it be that Vinlanders would get new probates? How would that happen?
You go to them. Yeah, under the sink it should be.
Okay, so
They don't recruit.
okay, so people would go to them.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. So for Vinlanders, strike that. When Vinlanders were, strike that. I'm trying to think how to say this. Vinlanders did not recruit. If anybody was a probate with the Vinlanders, it was because that probate approached the Vinlanders and said,
Yes.
I would like to be part of the Vinlanders.
Yes.
Okay. And do you know the process? Like if a guy went in and said, I'd like to be part of the Vinlanders, was there some type of committee that said yes or no? Or do you know how that worked?
I can't remember back that far. It was, like I knew a guy and he put me in touch with Mickey. So
Who was that guy?
his name was Brian.
Brian James?
Yes.
Okay. Was Brian James a member of Vinlanders?
He was the founder of the Vinlanders a long time ago.
Okay. I've talked to Brian before. Did he break, I can't remember what, it's been a long, long time though. What did he break? But did he break off Vinlanders to start the American Guard? Is that what happened? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure, but I couldn't tell you exactly what he was doing. It was supposed to have not been a racial thing anymore. It was supposed to have been more a political, constitutional thing.
Yeah, that's how you spell Brian. For Brian James. Yep. And
and if you notice,
Go ahead.
like yesterday's depositions, they were spelling it B-R-I-A-N.
Right. And that's, it's B-R-I-E-N.
But when she transcribed this, they did not ask how to spell Brian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she just did it correctly.
She just wrote it correctly. Exactly.
Yeah, she knew. She knew how you spelled Brian James.
Interesting.
Sorry, I have to take a drink. We do not have a Brian James deposition. I don't think he was ever talked to about anything in this case. Rakosin. It's he just, a lot of people in Indiana know one who Brian James is, and I think what Andy's saying is that he has had conversations with him before, probably due to something legal.
Sure.
Back in the day, because Andy's been a defense attorney for what, 20, 30 years.
Yeah, well, or I mean, he could have spoken with him, but not necessarily like did a deposition. You know what I mean? I mean, they could, he could not casually, but he could like off the record talk to potential witnesses or whatever. The only reason you bring people in for a deposition is if you think you're going to call them at trial and you want to have some type of testimony to like hold them to or impeach them with.
Yeah, or even find out if you want to call them at trial.
Right. So he could have talked to him about even this whole thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean it would be like a recorded thing or a transcribed thing or whatever.
True.
All right. So wait, I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, I couldn't tell you exactly what he was doing. It was supposed to have not been a racial thing anymore. It was supposed to have been more of a political constitutional thing.
The American Guard was?
And Vinlanders was supposed to have been too.
Oh, okay. Did you ever talk to Brian about why he started his own thing and left the Vinlanders?
No.
Do you know approximately when he left the Vinlanders?
It's been so long. I don't know.
Was it before you were a probate?
It was before I was a probate.
Okay. Did he have any bad feelings, Brian James, with the Vinlanders once they started up?
No.
Okay. Getting back to the people you know or don't. How about Diana Hart?
No.
Eric Basham.
I know Eric Basham.
How do you know him?
We did drugs. Sold drugs together. Basham?
I've
seen him cooking at a concert in Rushville last summer or the summer before last.
Cooking food?
No, meth.
I think Andy's trying to clarify that.
Yeah, he has a food trailer.
All right. Do you know a guy named Wiener?
No.
No. Wiener? Weiner?
No, I don't know a wiener. Don't know a wiener. Haven't seen a wiener. Don't own a wiener.
Don't even know what a wiener looks like.
This is what happens when you get into when they ask you if you know somebody, just say no.
Yeah, I don't know any wieners. Never seen a wiener.
Ask me about my wiener. She loves wieners.
Oh God. Okay. Just how awkward this conversation had to be between these two. Jesper goes like, no wiener. How about a nipple? Do you know a nipple? A Mike nipple? Oh shit. How about or a Mikey? Does that ring a bell?
I know a lot of Mikeys.
I don't have a last name, so okay, we're just gonna go with that. How about Josh Moore? Do you know anybody named Josh Moore?
I know Josh Moore, yeah.
Okay, has he ever shown interest in
No.
Vinlanders?
And I can't elaborate which Josh Moore you're talking about. I know a lot of Josh Moores. It's a common name.
Okay. Did any Josh Moore that you know ever show interest in Vinlanders?
No.
Did you ever try to recruit any Josh Moore for Vinlanders?
No.
Did you ever talk to any Josh Moore about the Vinlanders?
No.
Brandon Mansfield. Do you know Brandon Mansfield?
Yeah, I believe his mom used to live across the hall from us.
Okay. Did you, like in another apartment complex?
Yeah.
Did Brandon Mansfield ever show interest in the Vinlanders?
No. He was like a 14-year-old kid.
Okay. Did you ever try to recruit Brandon Mansfield in any way?
No. Like I said, he was like a 14-year-old kid. I never tried to recruit anybody.
Okay. Did you ever talk to him about the Vinlanders? Did you ever talk to, strike that. Did you ever talk to Brandon Mansfield about the Vinlanders?
No.
Chris Ball, do you?
Know who he is?
Yeah.
I know Chris Ball.
Did Chris Ball ever show interest in Vinlanders?
No.
Did you ever talk to Chris Paul about the Vinlanders?
He knew that I was hanging out with them. Yeah.
Did you ever, and you didn't try to get him to come to a meeting or anything? Did you try to get him to go to a meeting or anything? Johnny?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes. Did
Somebody
you ever
was
try
calling.
to go to a meeting or anything?
No.
And let me be, when I say, did you ever try to recruit them or anything, even just bringing them to a meeting, even though that may not qualify in your world as recruiting? Did you ever try to bring anybody, strike that. Did you ever try to bring anybody to a meeting of any of the,
I can't remember back that far to know if I asked anybody if they wanted to go up there with me. Honestly, I can't remember back that far. So,
okay. Well, what would the protocol be with inviting people to a Vinlander meeting?
the only Vinlander meetings I went to, all we did was eat food and they would drink out of a freaking horn.
And who's they?
Vinlanders.
Okay. So you would drink out of a horn too?
I have. I didn't take part in their whatever you call it.
Rituals or?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk to you about that just in a second, dividing rituals and Vinlander stuff with Odinism or whatever it might be called. And I want to talk about it in a second, but I'm almost through these names. But even before I finish on the names, I want to just ask. It would seem like you just can't invite somebody to a Vinlander meeting. You'd have to get permission as a probate at least.
As far as I know, if you wanted to bring somebody up there, do it monthly. It was basically just a cookout. I mean,
so Thomas Michael Phillips. You know who he is?
No.
We talked about Brian James. Did Brian James ever go to Vinlander meetings?
Probably he was at one that I was at.
What about Daniel Shorty Cross?
I knew Danny Cross.
How did you know him?
He actually lived with me. He didn't have a place to go. I let him stay at my house.
Was he a pretty good guy?
He meant well.
He's deceased now, right?
Yes.
Was he ever interested in Vinlanders?
No. He was always in bad health and couldn't leave the drugs alone, drank a lot.
How old was he?
I'd say he was in his late 50s.
Okay, so that's not that old. Alvin Flynn.
No.
Okay, before I get to the last part of these names, because this is mainly the reason we're here, it is confusing to people that don't really understand the Vinlander versus Odinism stuff. Like, I've heard from lots of people that all Vinlanders were into Odinism. I've heard that. I don't know. Is that true?
Most of them were. The ones that I met were. I've always been a Christian, always gone to church. My whole life I've gone to church. If I'm going to believe in a God, that God better be able to produce to me. So, and Jesus Christ has produced a lot for me over the years.
Did you ever have more than a passing? Well, strike that. Did you ever have any interest in Odinism at all?
No, I did not.
Okay, so you never were. Strike that. Did you ever? I don't know if there's videos of it. Did you ever watch videos of Odinism or about Odinism?
No.
YouTube videos?
No, I
What
don't.
about books? Did you ever read books on Odinism?
I have not read books on it.
Okay, before I forget, I don't know whether or not you're going to testify at trial, okay? I don't know that. But I'm going to give you the trial deposition or a subpoena right now. I'm handing that to you. It's scheduled for May 20th for you to be there. However, I want you to read that, not right now, but later. And basically what you're going to learn, Johnny, is that if you're going to go, you're not going to go on May 20th, but you are required to be there from May 20th to the end of the trial. However, I don't want you to miss work, okay? So what will happen is there's a number on there, and I have your number too. And just for the record, do you mind telling me what that is again? That way we can call you. If you don't, that's fine too. Jeez, it's crimey. They didn't take this out?
No, my phone number?
Yeah, and then we're skipping.
All right, so go down. Yeah.
That we have it because here's what's going to happen. As we get closer to that May 20th date, when you're ordered to appear, everybody that we're subpoenaing, everybody is ordered to be there on that day. None of them will go on that day on that time probably. You may go, if you ever testify, it might be June 20th. It might be June 10th. It could be, any time.
I agree,
So you
Shaboobies.
What'd Shabubi say?
She said that Andy has a case of the too nice.
Absolutely. You call that number and you say, am I testifying? And there's a lady in there that's in charge of that for you. And she may say, no, you're not going to need to testify, and you'll know that you're done. Or she might say yes, but it's not going to happen until June the 15th or whatever. And then you can call the next day and the next day, or we'll try to call you, because I definitely don't want you. Obviously, I moved the deposition around because I don't want you to miss work. And so we want to work with you and cooperate with you. Now, I'm going to give you a $100 bill as well, because I don't have a check.
Keep it.
Okay, well, you get it. You get money. It's not free. I'm not paying you for your testimony. I'm paying for your gas money.
Keep it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What about a check? Would that be better?
No, I actually have the checks that you gave me to give back to you.
Okay, well, why is Andy handing out $100 bills to people that he doesn't even know are going to end up having to come to testify?
Because they have to pay them for their travel for the depositions too.
Yeah, but how do you get a $100 bill back? A check you can cancel.
I don't know.
The $100 bill is for him to go to trial. They mailed him a check to come to the depot.
I don't know. You would think you would pay them that day when they show up. But I guess his concern is like, are you not going to, he doesn't want people to not show up at trial because they don't have any gas money. So if he gives them the money now and says, this is for your gas to come up. And also not everybody can cash checks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you just go to the liquor store and they cash your checks for you if you don't have like an account.
I don't know.
No, because he's
talking about June. Like
he tried to give $200 to oh shit, I don't know. Was it Holder or Elvis? It was somebody.
Elvis.
Yeah, he tried to give him $200, and that was for the depot and the trial, right? No, because he'd already sent them a check. He was gonna. Really? Oh no, he was gonna. That was $200 for him to come for the hearing and trial.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's dumb that he's trying to hand out these $100 bills.
Yeah. And also, shouldn't they be paid by the state?
Well, he's just going to put it in his expenses.
True.
Not anymore. You can't cash a check at a liquor store anymore?
I don't know.
Shows the last time I just totally date myself?
Maybe.
Do people still
I don't even know anybody that gets a check anymore. Like, even when you get paid, like, I don't get a paper check.
I mean, I don't.
Who cares? Just keep going.
Yeah,
we're on a time deadline, people.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Stop distracting us.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. So under that subpoena, you're ordered to appear, and this is by trial rule. So I'm not giving you something.
No.
Okay, so on the record, you're just giving me these checks back. You're ordered to appear up in Carroll County on June 20th, but we will figure that out if you ever testify.
Did you say June 20?
June 20. Miss Auger says May 20. I'm sorry, May 20. Sorry, May 20 on the record. Okay, tell me about your work history. We don't need to go into all kinds of detail, but I know you're working out of state for a company now. So kind of go back, like from now back to 2017, if you're able to.
There was a period of time where I was using drugs. So my work history was kind of hit or miss. I've been sober 6 years.
Okay. Do you have an actual day that's your last time you used?
January 6th, 2018.
Okay. Congratulations. That's great. Great accomplishment. Seriously. So January 6th, 2018 is the last time you used.
Yeah.
So let's start at that time and move forward to today. Where were you working on January 6th or soon thereafter in 2018?
So that's January 6th, 2018 is the day that I got busted. I was on community corrections for 4.5 years. In the beginning, it was kind of hard for me to hold down the job because being on house arrest, having to call the line every day to see if I go drug test. And eventually they lightened up on me on that. I went to Jiffy Lube in Greenfield, worked there for 2 years, ended up finding a job closer to home in Rushville, Exhaust Plus. I worked there. And from there, my mechanical background got me into maintenance at a factory called Quanex in Richmond.
Quanex?
Quanex.
How do you spell that?
Quanex. I was there 3 years as a maintenance tech until this stuff came about. Kind of it came out on the internet, had people looking at me like I was some kind of monster. I couldn't bring myself to go to work and have people look at me like that, thinking I'm some kind of killer.
Sure. So that was until September, roughly?
So I left that job. I did end up getting full-term disability for a little bit for my mental health after that. And then I went to the job that I'm currently at, which it's Osborne.
What do you do for them?
I weld.
Okay. And so they're based out of, you weld over or just you weld or just in Ohio?
Richmond and New Paris, Ohio.
Okay. What about your back when you were using drugs, did you have a regular job for any period of time?
I did here and there. Like I said, I was on drugs. It was hard for me to hold a job.
Well, we know that this is all about February of 2017. Did you have a regular job?
Yes.
Okay, where was that?
Steel Technologies.
Steel Technologies?
And that was in Greensburg.
Okay, what do they do?
I was a crane operator over there. They run steel coils.
Okay, and you said that you gave your work.
My work and my bank history from that time.
Do you know the work? Was that your own records or was it Steel Technologies records?
That was a subpoena sent to Steel Technologies.
Okay, residential history. I mean, I don't need addresses, but where have you generally lived in the last 10 years?
Rushville until I got married about 6 years ago, and then I moved to Connorsville. That's where my wife lives at, and her daughter goes to the Christian school over in Connorsville. She didn't want to pull her out of that.
And who have you lived with? Let's just say since 2016. Can you tell me the people you've lived with?
2016, Taylor and I lived together up until I got busted. After I got out of jail, I went home for a little bit, but that didn't work out between the two of us. So I went back to my mom's until I got married.
Your mom lives in Rushville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then when I got married, I moved to Connorsville.
And that's where you've been ever since.
Yes. It's been my wife and I live together.
How many times have you been to Delphi in your life?
None.
Do you know if Patrick Westfall has ever said that you've been up there to see him?
He shouldn't. Me and him didn't really like each other a lot because he was just real cocky at that time, and I was too.
What about Brad Holder? Did you ever go up and see Brad Holder?
No.
Okay, so let's get to these other names. We've already started a conversation at least about Elvis Fields.
Right.
Have you ever talked to Elvis Fields?
I never personally talked to him. I know he lived with my uncle. He used to take my uncle. My uncle's not able to work. In the wintertime, they would heat with wood. I would take him firewood and groceries sometimes. If I go deer hunting, or if I go hunting and I get a deer, I would take him some of the meat from the deer over.
But you never talked to Elvis Fields?
No.
Okay, Rod Abrams?
No.
You never talked to him?
No.
Ned Smith?
I don't know who Ned Smith is.
Okay, and even though I know you said you've never talked to any of these people, correct? Let me rephrase that. You've never talked to Elvis Fields, Rod Abrams, or Ned Smith. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Therefore, is it true that Elvis Fields, Rod Abrams, nor Ned Smith were ever recruited by you to go to the Vinlanders?
They were not.
And because you've never talked to them, I'm also presuming that Ned Smith, Rod Abrams, and Elvis Fields never talked to you about an interest in any clubs that you were involved in.
No.
That's correct, what I just said?
That's correct.
Okay. Mickey McGinley, do you?
I know Mickey McGinley.
When was the last time you talked to Mickey McGinley?
That's been 7+ years ago.
What? Were you ever patched as a Vinlanders?
No, I did not.
Okay. So you never, maybe I need to define what patch is because I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about and I really don't. What does it mean how would you, strike that, I'm so sorry. How would you know that somebody was a full bore Vinlander?
They would have their back patches.
Their back patches. Can you give me a little more info about what that means?
Just a big patch on their back that says Vinlanders and the state.
I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not, that there's 3 patches that are in most clubs like that. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what kind of club it is.
Was the Vinlanders requiring 3 patches?
No, they weren't requiring any patches.
Okay. So, but if you wore a patch,
Yeah.
what did that mean?
That would mean you were a full patch holder.
Okay. And you never had a patch from the Vinlanders?
No.
Did you have any stuff from Vinlanders?
I had a probate patch.
Okay. What does that mean?
Just a patch right here. It said probate on it.
So you're pointing to the
Chest, yeah.
chest area. Did you have anything other than a probate patch from the Vinlanders?
I had a couple of t-shirts that said probate.
Now, who makes the decisions on whether you become a full patched?
I don't know because I didn't make it that far.
Okay. Who were the full patched Vinlanders at the time that you were a probate?
Mickey?
What about Patrick Westfall?
He wasn't.
And what about Brad Holder?
I don't think Brad Holder was ever anything to do with it.
Okay. Well, I mean, while we're on that topic, let's just finish that. So Brad was hanging out with Patrick Westfall on occasion, wasn't he?
I've met him twice up at Mickey's house.
Okay.
I can't really remember what the occasion was. I think one of them was at a Thanksgiving dinner we had, but the other, he was just there.
Did he drink out of the horn in the 2 times, either time that he was down there?
I don't recall.
Okay. Did he bring any of his kids down there to Mickey McGinley's?
I think he did, but like I said, it's been so long, I don't recall.
Do you remember if any of his kids or any kids drank out of the horn?
I don't recall that either. Like I said, it's been a long time. A lot's happened to me since then.
I understand that. It just seems to me like that'd be something, a kid drinking out of the horn's kind of a weird sight. You might remember that.
Well, I'm sure if I did see him drinking out of it, I would remember. But like I said, it's been so long, I don't remember.
Was there anything unique about Brad Holder being down there on the 2 occasions that sticks out in your brain?
Not really. I mean, I remember going to Mickey's one time and Mickey said that he punched Brad because Brad took a shit in his chair. And that's the last I ever heard of Brad.
Brad didn't say that Mickey punched him. That's awesome. Do you know when that would be approximately?
I don't know. It was
What year even?
sometime after Thanksgiving, 16, 17, something like that.
Okay. Did Brad Holder also go out into the street and yell anything that you know of?
I don't recall.
And you weren't there when Brad Holder took a crap on Mickey McGinley's chair?
I just was told about it.
Okay. And you don't remember being told that Brad Holder went outside and was yelling, "I hate niggers"?
Like I said, it's been so long, I don't recall.
Okay. Sometimes when I'm not talking, I'm weeding out questions. When was the last time you think you talked to Brad Holder?
Thanksgiving.
Was that before the girls were killed up in Delphi? Do you know?
I think it was Thanksgiving of 2016.
16. Okay. And when was the last time you talked to Patrick Westfall, do you think?
I don't recall what the date was. It was 2017, I believe. We went to Minnesota and that was the last.
I mean, Patrick Westfall definitely knew who you were, though, right?
Yeah, he knows who I am.
He knows your name?
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. Matt says, I'm a little put off that Andy is using the hard R. I don't know
Well-
if I can picture Andy saying
Well, the other way. Well,
I don't know if that would be it's not very authentic at all.
and I think the truth is that
Yeah.
these people are racist. And so it's meant to be said in a racist and degrading way.
True.
And so when he's like repeating these quotes that he was told they said, it's important to stress that like they were saying it in a derogatory way. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, that's true. And also to try to see like the reaction of what the person they're saying it to, like how they react to that happening.
I bet they didn't react like I did yesterday, bitch. Because when you said it, I was like, it like took all the breath out of me.
Trust me, I don't want to say it.
My cheeks got red.
It's appropriate for him to say it if that's what he was told was said. Yeah,
Correct.
I agree. He's quoting it, and so like
Yeah.
that's like it is what it is. And I do think he's doing it to get that reaction from who he's saying it to. But like I said, I don't think I could picture Andy saying it the other way.
Oh no, I would die
Yeah.
to hear the audio.
I would.
Nicole said, "Nurse Kim clenched." Dude, that was absolutely me yesterday.
I know.
But like, you're dealing with racists. Like put it this way. We all sat there. I mean, I don't know if all of us did, but most of us sat there and watched Patrick Westphal go on and say he's not a racist, but then go into detail explaining why black bears and polar bears don't mix and
Right.
that it's not okay with them. And like, if he were to have been addressed in that exact way that Andy addressed Johnny Messer, and I don't know if he said it to Elvis. Did he say it to Elvis? I think he just said it to Brad. I don't know if he said it to both of them. No, I think he just said it to Brad.
Just said it to Brad because it's the same context. It's about what he was saying outside.
Like, I think that Patrick Westphal would react differently than a lot of these other people. But if you notice, none of them get like offended in any way. Like if I were me in the deposition and I'm actually not racist, like I'd be like, excuse you? Like, no, I would not.
Right.
Like, I'm not even around people that would say stuff like that. I can't even believe you just said that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no, they don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad was like,
I
I guess I said that. I don't know. I don't really remember. I was pretty drunk. But then he knows that he said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, true. It could have been said in the fully redacted pages. That's true.
Also, I have to say this just because Patrick Westphal says that brown bears and
black
bears and the black bears and polar bears don't mate. But I want to say brown bears, which are grizzly bears, the grizzly brown bears do mate with polar bears. Just want to put that out there that they are breeding. And I'm going to grab a soda. Hold on.
I love panda bears. I don't know how they get that way. Like, I don't know the details. I don't think that it's because a black bear and a polar bear mixed. But I love panda bears. The sweetest, funniest, like childlike things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not because of a black bear and a panda bear, but I just had to put out the grizzlies do actually breed with polars.
They're so cute. God bless you.
Okay. He knows your name.
Yeah.
Do you know why he would tell the police officer that he doesn't know who you are or doesn't know your name?
I don't know. I watched a YouTube video on him sitting there talking shit about me for 20 minutes about them seeing me on the news when I got in trouble.
Is that on Sleuth?
Yeah.
Did he talk about Johnny Messer for 20 minutes?
Yeah, I remember he was talking about them having cockroaches, bringing cockroaches to the restaurant, and they were disgusting. And he was like, "You can't be doing that." And she was carrying cockroaches in a pill bottle, and then they did counterfeit money. You don't remember all that?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, he did.
All I remember about him saying about Johnny Messer was how much he didn't like him and how he took his patch.
He actually said on Sleuths that, and actually we don't have time today, but we can pull the things that he did say about Johnny Messer. But he said that Johnny Messer, that was where the whole Loki conversation started, because he said that Johnny Messer reminded him of like Loki, like the kid killer, the brother killer, the trickster, all that stuff. He sat there and he talked a lot of shit.
You remember talking about the Loki stuff, but I don't remember.
Oh yeah, the cockroaches in the pill bottles. I remember all that shit.
Jeez. Okay.
Don't talk shit on panda bears. It won't allow me in the chat, or I'd time you out.
It's the Kodiak brown bears. I remember. Okay, so when you got in trouble, like in 2018?
Yeah, for drugs.
Oh, I see. So did he make fun of him for getting in trouble for drugs in 2018? Do you remember that?
I don't know. I have the whole transcript. Except don't tell nobody that, because everybody gets all bent out of fucking shape about transcripts nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. I think I downloaded the video anyway, so I don't know if it really matters. So that would indicate that he actually knows your name and who you are.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you kind of already answered this, but were Where were you on February 13th of 2017?
I was at work.
Okay, and what was the work?
Steel Technologies, Greensburg.
Okay, was there a time during Valentine's? Okay, Valentine's Day was on a Tuesday in 2017.
Okay.
So you, Monday, would have worked on Monday the 13th of February.
I would have been at work all week that week.
Were you that weekend with Vinlanders the weekend before Valentine's Day?
Not that I recall.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what he said.
The cockroaches and the
Oh,
bugs
that's
in her pill
right.
bottle.
It was
Yeah.
to get the free food. I
Uh-huh.
do remember that. I didn't
Yeah.
remember the pill, but I do remember the free food.
Yeah. He said he saw her like pulling them out of the pill bottle.
Yes, I do. I do remember
Yes.
that. Okay, do you remember if you guys moved, you and Taylor, during that time frame around Valentine's Day in 2017?
I know we moved out of an apartment. I don't know the dates. I can't recall.
Do you have any idea why Taylor Hornaday would have told police that you were, if she did? I'm not telling you that she did, but that during Valentine's Day timeframes of 2017, you were up there with the Vinlanders?
I don't know why she would have done that. I mean, that was during the work week.
Do you know whether you were with Vinlanders the weekend before the 14th?
I don't believe I was. No. The bank stuff that I got showed that I stayed local.
Okay. Do you know whether or not Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall were familiar with the Monon High Bridge and the area around it?
I don't know.
You never heard them talk about let's just strike that. You never heard Brad Holder talk about the Monon High Bridge or the area around the Monon High Bridge?
No.
Have you ever heard Patrick Westfall talk about the Monon High Bridge?
No.
Have you ever heard Patrick Westfall talk about the area around the Monon High Bridge?
No.
How many telephones, if any, did you have, do you think, back in 2017?
I just had one.
Did you have multiple phone numbers back in 2017?
No.
Did Patrick Westfall, strike that. When did you kind of stop talking to Patrick Westfall?
2017 sometime after we went to Minnesota.
I think that was in March. Does that sound right?
Something like that, yeah.
March of 2017, which would have been after the girls up in Delphi were murdered. Did he ever mention anything about Delphi the entire time that you knew him?
No, not that I recall.
So because that's within a few weeks of the girls' murders.
Right.
I need to pause real quick. Give me just 1 second. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Not me screenshotting spooky messages so I can look into it later.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Somebody brought up tacos in chat, and I just realized
I'm hungry. I'm
it's
sorry.
Taco Tuesday, and I don't have any corn taco shells, so I had to tell my husband to get them when he went to the store.
I think I would love to make a chicken cordon bleu. I'm feeling fancy. But it takes like a fucking hour just to cook.
Oh, yeah, that's so not worth it.
It would have been if I'd started it like forever ago, but by the time it's done, like, what time do you have to leave me? 8:45?
Yes, 8:45.
7, 8. So we have an hour and 45 minutes right now?
We still do, yes.
Okay. I think we're doing good because we're on 45 to 75. No, I'm just going outside. Is your butt clean? Where's the powder?
Jesus Christ.
On his,
you talking to Holder? If you're talking to Holder, his butt is not clean.
No, my kid. Top shelf of his closet, Mom. All right, go ahead. Because now I'm going to have to go to sleep after we stop because I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about tacos and chicken cordon bleu. I'm so hungry. We went
Why
to Sam's Dub today, and of course my kid got all kinds of things, like a 50 package of Doritos and
what did you eat for dinner?
um
It's Tuesday. It's tacos.
nothing. I haven't eaten nothing.
You gotta have tacos on Tuesday. It's the rule.
No, I haven't had nothing.
Okay, you need to eat dinner.
Taco sounds good as hell.
Yeah.
But I was like, we were like walking down the aisles, and like I'm old, so like my mom shouldn't have to buy me groceries. But while we was walking around, I was like, oh, that looks like really good. Like that sounds great. And she's like, but we're here for Ryan, not you.
Yeah, why are you eating dinner? That's what I want to know too.
Because I've been busy.
Yeah, we still gotta feed you. Somebody needs to DoorDash you some Taco Bell.
Oh God, that sounds so good.
Yes, and I fry my corn tortillas. Absolutely.
Okay. I need food. I put out some Halloween stuff though.
It's not time for Halloween. October 1st is when Halloween goes out.
No, I googled it. And it said late September.
It's only because it's technically fall right now, but in my opinion and in my household, fall does not go up until October 1st.
Well, here's the problem. I do Halloween, and then after, like the day after Halloween, I take all the Halloween stuff down. I put up the fall stuff. And when my mom came, she brought all the Halloween stuff. So now, like, my perfectly clean house has turned into Halloween Town. And so I got to get it out. Like, I got to get it put up somewhere. So I was like, I'm just going to decorate now to get it the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, no. Can't do it. No fall until October.
It's weird because it's still like 90 degrees.
You know, today's Tuesday, streets.
I can hear her yelling. I'm outside.
Her little man said that, which was concerning that he claims to have.
I can hear you telling him to get his slippers from all the way out here.
None of us are aware of. Hold on. Koki, I'm not sure. I missed whatever this conversation was. I'm sorry.
I said that's because she's freezing us out. What the hell? Did you hear that?
Yes.
He don't care. See, he's singing I don't care.
He's singing something.
Well, Thomas,
He's saying I don't care. I love it.
you can't carve a pumpkin you have to carve it right before the holiday if you want it. Otherwise, it's gonna rot and it gets bad. It has to. You can't carve it.
Yeah, go inside before the mosquitoes bite you.
Yeah, really, because you smell scrum.
Okay, where are we at? I don't even know where we are. Something in March of 2017.
Oh, he said, did he even? I mean, he's from Delphi, 24.
Okay. So because that's within a few weeks of the girls' murders, right? Did he even? I mean, he's from Delphi. It could have been a topic of conversation.
I think we've seen it on the news over there at Mickey's house, and Pat was saying that's where he's from, but no, nothing other than that.
Was Brad Holder there at that meeting?
No.
Are you aware of whether Brad Holder and Patrick Westphal ever had a falling out of some type?
Don't know.
And were you asked to leave the Vinlanders? Let's start there. I guess I'm presupposing the question. Were you asked to leave the Vinlanders?
I wasn't asked to leave. We did get into an altercation because of a phone call that Taylor made because she was mad that I went to Minnesota.
And why would a phone call from Taylor cause you to be no longer a Vinlander?
Vinlanders is supposed to be a drug-free club, and I was using at the time, and she brought up and told them I had a biracial daughter.
Okay, is having a biracial daughter a problem with the Vinlanders?
It was not supposed to be. Like I was telling you earlier, I got talking to Brian. It was supposed to have been not a skinhead movement anymore. It was supposed to have been more of a political, constitutional thing.
Did you learn through that experience that it really wasn't that way?
Later on, yeah.
So they were into some white nationalism stuff, the Vinlanders?
You could say that, yeah. I mean, they were racists. Not all of them were racist, but...
Well, who were all the Vinlanders?
Mickey here, but in Minnesota, I met a few.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't tell you their names.
how well did you know Patrick Westfall? How would you characterize it?
You know, I've hung out with Patrick for 2 or 3 hours at a time in Indianapolis at Mickey's house. That basically sums it up.
You went to Minnesota with him.
We went to Minnesota.
Who else went up to Minnesota?
Me, Pat, and Mickey.
And were you aware, you kind of already answered this, but Brad Holder wasn't there?
No.
But you have no idea why he strike that. You have no idea if there was ever a falling out between Patrick Westfall and Brad Holder.
I don't know. We weren't that close to talk about that kind of stuff.
Did Patrick Westfall ever, was he ever involved somehow in some capacity recording music?
Not that I know of.
Did you ever talk to anybody from Delphi that was involved with recording music in some capacity?
No.
Hey, Brittany Odom, the reason I'm asking that is because Brittany Odom said something about that.
I don't
know what she's talking about?
know.
Okay. Did you ever tell Taylor Hornaday that you killed before?
Not that I recall.
Did you ever tell Taylor Hornaday that you've offered money to people to be injured or killed?
No. So he didn't outright say no, that he didn't say that he killed somebody before.
Right. Have you ever offered money for anybody to be injured or killed?
No.
Have you ever killed anybody? Okay, runes. Do you know what runes are?
No.
You don't know what runes are?
Like they gave me some little rocks when I was hanging out with the Vinlanders, said they were runes.
Okay.
I took them home, threw them straight in the cabinet or a drawer in the kitchen, shut the drawer.
So you do know what runes are?
Yeah, but I don't know none of the significance of any of them or any of that.
Okay, did you ever try to get Josh Moore to go to Vinlander meetings with you?
No.
Did you ever ask Brandon Mansfield to go to Vinlander meetings with you?
No.
Did you ever go to Greenfield to a campground with Josh Chrisman and other Vinlanders? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, but Josh Chrisman was not. He was just hanging out with Vinlanders from time to time.
He was American Guard.
Okay.
I told you that a little bit ago.
Sure, and I don't understand the club culture, so I always heard the clubs like Vinlanders, I'm just going to use this as an example. Well, like Hell's Angels wouldn't be hanging out with the Iron Guard or whatever, right?
I don't know.
Are you a member of any clubs right now?
No, I'm not.
No?
No.
Okay, when is the last club you were a member of or a hanger-on with?
I mean, I ride a motorcycle. I go to toy runs and stuff like that when there's clubs, but I'm not a member of any club.
Do you hang out with any clubs?
I hang out with a lot of clubs.
Okay.
Like I said, I ride a motorcycle. Where I'm at, there's a lot of clubs.
Any 3% clubs that you hang out with?
3%?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm kind of weeding through these. You remember a time when Daniel Shorty Cross was living with you that you asked him to leave because there were some people coming over from the Vinlanders?
No.
Tissue boxes.
Next to the trash can, maybe?
Where?
Next to the trash can,
Oh.
maybe? Nobody ever looks for nothing. They just ask.
It's easier.
No, Danny lived there. I would never ask him to leave with him living there. He paid me rent.
Well, I'm not talking about for like days. I'm talking like 2 hours.
I've never asked him to leave, no.
Okay, do you know why he would say that Elvis Fields was one of the people that showed up at the house?
I have no idea.
Did you ever attend any ceremonies involving Odinism or any Norse religious type ceremony?
No. Just the monthly meetings at Mickey's. Basically, all they would do is drink out of a horn, stand around. They drank some kind of wine out of the horn. I don't care for wine. I'm a beer drinker, so.
They don't drink beer out of the horn?
No.
We have to spray it on the
If
bottom.
we had a photo that showed you Mickey, Brian James, and Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall from March of 2018, is that possible that there's such a photo?
For what?
March of 2018.
No, that wouldn't be possible.
Have you ever heard rumors that you kidnapped a guy named last name of Wiener over money owed from a gun sale? Do you know anything about that?
I heard rumors about it, and I know what situation you're talking about.
Tell me about it.
Oh, here we go. Somebody tried to rob us for money. They pulled a gun on us, and I didn't back down from them. And then somebody tried to say that I kidnapped that kid, guy, whatever he is.
You're talking about Wiener.
Yeah. Funny, earlier he said he didn't know no wieners, never met a wiener ever.
Yeah. Didn't know any Wieners. Never saw a Wiener. But now he
Huh.
knows who Wiener is.
Yep.
So you're talking about Wiener.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if that was ever captured on audio tape?
I don't know.
Would you be worried about it if it was?
I'm not.
Okay.
Like I said, I did the drugs. I sold the drugs. There's a big difference between doing drugs, selling drugs, and somebody hurting a kid.
So Wiener was a kid?
No, he was a grown man.
You didn't know who he was. Okay. Who?
I'm talking about this whole Delphi stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Did you ever hear Taylor talk about blood that she found on her red Suburban that she let you use?
I've never been asked. I've read it in Todd Click's stuff, but no, she's never asked me about any blood.
Did she ever tell you that she found blood or some red substance on her truck? Did you guys ever talk about that?
She never asked me anything about it, not that I can recall.
Okay, I'm going to hand you what's going to be marked as Exhibit 1. That's a photograph that we had from Discovery. Can you tell me what that is?
I don't. That looks like that box of bag of runes or whatever it is that they gave me to become. I told you a little bit ago that I took and threw in the drawer.
Okay, this is not the greatest photo in the world, but I think you can make out faces here. So number 2, Exhibit 2. Can you tell me if you recognize that photograph? Have you seen that before?
Yes, that's at that campground out in Greensfield, Mohawk Camp.
Can you tell me the faces that you see there? Who are they? Who they are?
I know Pat, Mickey, Brian, myself, and those are Brian's and Patrick's boys, I believe.
Okay, what about there in the back left-hand corner? That's kind of you can't really, I think.
I can't make that out.
Yeah, it's not good. Okay, just so that I know, I think I know who everybody is. Can you go from left to right?
Starting with me, next to me, the tall guy looks like with no shirt would be Patrick, then Mickey, and then Brian James, and then the kids. Those are, I believe, Brian James's kids, and I believe the little one there is Patrick's.
We have that photo? We don't have that photo.
No.
I don't remember seeing that photo. Okay. Okay, Mickey is the bald guy with the beard?
Mickey?
Or is that, I'm trying to figure it out. Brian James has got the face tattoos?
No, that's Mickey with the face.
Oh, that's Mickey. Okay, who's that?
That's Brian.
Okay, all right. That's 2. Okay, and then I'm going to hand you 3. Just tell me, I think you know who these people are, but who they are and where that was taken if you know.
That's taken at Mickey's.
Okay.
That's me, and that's Brad and Patrick.
Okay.
That was the first time that I met Brad.
I mean, I'm going to tell you what I told Taylor the other day. I don't think that you necessarily had anything to do with this, okay? I don't necessarily think that, but I do think it's possible that you gave innocently, like you had no idea that this would end up being a bad thing at all. That you gave Brad Holder or Patrick Westfall, Ned Smith, Elvis Fields, and Rod Abrams names, or any of their names.
No, I wouldn't do that.
As potential recruits.
No.
No? Because I'm trying to wonder why Brad Holder knew about Elvis Fields.
And that's, that's.
Do you have any idea how he would know who Elvis Fields is?
I have no idea. Like I was saying, I've never personally spoke to Elvis Fields. I know he lived with my Uncle Billy. Rushville's a small town, and, somebody lives there their whole life. You're going to hear of them.
And you've never talked to Ned Smith either?
No.
Do you know who he is at least?
No.
No? And Rod Abrams, have you ever talked to him?
No.
You don't know who he is?
I know of Rod.
How do you know of him?
He's from the neighborhood. I guess they lived in the house that my mom owns now. I remember there's a river down the road, I remember my mom telling me that back years ago that his mom would yell at him about going down to the river when it would rain, and tell him to stay out of the river.
Did you ever make fun of him in any way?
That's, we would say Rochester,
Oh, okay.
because that's what his mom would yell. Tell them to stay out of the river.
Rochester?
Yeah, it would rain real bad and the river would flood.
And you lived close enough that you heard his mom say that?
No, I remember my mom and them talking about how his mom would stand out there and yell at him when he was a kid.
Okay, I might be done. She may have some questions and the prosecutor may have some questions. Did you ever get into a fight with Mickey McGinley?
We got into it, yeah.
What was that about?
About the phone call Taylor made.
Where did that fight happen?
In the car on the way back from Minnesota.
Did she must have made the phone call while you were in Minnesota?
Yeah, while I was it put me in a bad spot.
Why did Taylor do that if you know?
I think she was mad that I went to Minnesota and I wasn't real happy about it either.
So Logan Holder, Brad Holder's son, did you ever meet him?
Not that I recall.
How many times, if ever, has Patrick Westfall been to Rushville, if you know?
Wait, you have to go up one. You missed one.
Oh, did I mean that? Oh, sorry, I missed some. Was there any discussion of whether he wanted to be involved in Odinism, if you know?
Not that I recall.
How many times, if ever, has Patrick Westfall been to Rushville, if you know?
One that I know of to come and pick up my probate patch.
When everybody started asking questions, strike that. When police started asking questions in Rushville about Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall and the Vinlanders and all that back in 2018, 2019 timeframe, were you in communication with John? I'm sorry, strike that. Were you ever in communication with Patrick Westfall?
No.
Did you ever call Patrick Westfall and say, what the hell is going on here?
No.
Or Brad Holder?
No. I haven't spoke to them since on my way back from Minnesota. I can't give you the dates. It's been so long though.
That's fine. Have you ever heard, even to this day, that if Brad Holder's son was dating in some capacity one of the girls that died in Delphi?
I'm shaking my head negatively.
You've never heard that?
I've read it.
Okay.
Stuff that has come out online. I try not to read any of it anymore. People throwing my name in it. I got off social media and everything and trying not to pay any mind to it.
Did you have, back in 2016, 2017, did you have Facebook pages?
I had Facebook, yeah.
Okay. Were you following Patrick Westfall?
We were friends on Facebook, yeah.
Were you and Brad Holder friends on Facebook?
I can't recall if I was friends with him on there or not. I want to say no.
And how many Facebook pages did you have?
One that I knew of.
Was there one? What was the name of it?
Johnny Messer.
Did you have that one that was like a Chinese name or something?
No. Taylor tried to accuse me of having one under a Chinese name. I don't remember ever having a Facebook under a Chinese name.
The hell? Okay, you don't remember that at all?
No. I remember her telling me I had a Facebook under a Chinese name.
But you don't remember having one?
I don't remember ever having one.
Okay, how many Facebook pages did Patrick Westfall have?
Several.
Did you ever look at Brad Holder's Facebook page?
I think he sent me a friend request on there. I did look through it, but I don't remember. It's been so far back that I don't remember.
But you'd have no idea why Brad Holder, if it's true that he was following Elvis Fields and Elvis Fields was following him?
I have no idea.
Do you find that odd?
I do find that odd, but like I said, I have no idea.
Did you know Brad Holder well enough that you knew where he worked?
No.
You never knew where he worked?
I remember him saying he worked in a landfill. The only reason I remember that is because I drove a trash truck and we was talking about the landfill.
Okay, I'm going to pause here. I want to talk about a couple things. So, what is this? Does somebody know that Johnny Messer had a Facebook with a Chinese name?
That's in Taylor's.
That's in Taylor's deposition.
Correct.
I know, but do we as the public know that? Like, has anybody actually found that, or is that just from Taylor saying he did?
I don't know of anybody that had said that.
I mean, because we found most of these guys' Facebook, so I'm just trying to figure out. Like, I don't remember ever thinking Johnny Messer had another Facebook under another name.
Well, it was from what I understand, it was like a Chinese man with the Chinese man's name.
And how the hell does that get connected to Johnny Messer?
Well, who knows? She said she had tracker. You have to, once you read her thing, because she
Okay.
said she had like trackers on his phone so she could see all his texts and his calls and whatnot.
Okay.
So I'm assuming she saw that that was logged in on his phone. I'm assuming.
Okay. All right. So I'll wait to ask more questions about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Then second, what he's saying that he like read stuff about Click. I'm assuming what he's reading has to do with the Franks memo. So somebody was asking,
So.
huh?
Yeah. I don't think he means like back in the day he read Todd Click's stuff. I think he means like the Franks memo.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the third thing is, I think it was Mav that said, after reading through these, like I'm kind of seeing how weak the Odinism angle really was. And I'm in agreement with the execution of that. There's a lot of things here that I think are not being asked correctly.
Right.
Like, did you recruit for the Vinlanders? Like, no, I didn't recruit for the Vinlanders. That's a very easy thing. If he's not recruiting for the Vinlanders, it doesn't mean that he's not having conversations with anybody about Odinism or
and that's the thing.
Or
he's answering a lot of these questions like, did you ever talk to them about the Vinlanders? And you're like, and he's like, no.
Right.
Or did they ever ask about Vinlanderism or whatever? And he's like, no. But he's not. He's like Johnny Messer's answering the questions the way that a lawyer would advise him to, like not to answer anything above and beyond what he's asked. But like then come to find out somebody that he said he never was a Vinlander, never talked to him about being a Vinlander, was an American Guard. So it's like he's not saying, did you know so-and-so? Did you ever talk to them about being a Vinlander? Well, do you know about their involvement in any type of group or
club or
right club or whatever? So,
right.
So
these are
we're not
really
getting
bad
full
questions
answers
on Andy's part to get what he really wanted out of this. That's my opinion.
Correct.
I don't think the angle of it is bad, but I think the execution is absolutely terrible.
For sure.
Because he's answering very directly about Vinlanders. And Johnny Messer's
and he doesn't confront him. Like he should have confronted him about the wiener thing, saying like, you told me earlier that you did. And if you have to, you look back at the transcript or whatever and say, you said you had no idea who a wiener was. I asked you multiple times. Now you know the whole story. You know, he was a grown man. You know that there were rumors that you had, kidnapped him or whatever. Like I would confront these people.
Right. I mean, and as of right now, he has not gotten into anything to do with the Norse paganism, Odinism, were you talking to anybody about a group, that Patrick Westfall was putting together, if anybody was interested in something along those lines. It's like he's literally talking about being a recruiter for the Vinlanders. And Johnny Messer's like, yeah, I wasn't.
I'll tell you the thing that really is piquing my interest the more and more that I read about it is the whole Minnesota trip right after the murders. It was just these three guys. And on this trip with these racist three guys, Taylor supposedly tells on him about how he has a biracial daughter. And I saw someone say, like, why would that be a bad, like, because he said it put me in a bad spot or whatever. And I saw somebody, like, briefly it went by and was like, why would it put you in a bad spot or whatever? And the answer to that is that you're with two, like, dangerous racists. And now they're confronting you about the fact that we've heard race traitor before. And now they're hateful people. They have a lot of hate in their hearts. Like if you're a racist, you have a lot of hatred. And so if you're with someone and you're away from their family and they're on a trip with you, and like I want to figure out where the fuck they were in Minnesota for what Vinlander thing.
That's isn't that the one that's in the American Guard thing? Hold on.
In March of 2017?
March of 2018.
No, March of 2017 is when they went to Minnesota. It was right after the murders, which I find incredibly odd.
Hold on. Vinlanders, March 2018.
So the girls died. The girls were killed. And then a couple weeks later.
Maybe I just did the wrong year.
A couple weeks later.
It's the March. It's the one that we've looked at pictures of and read the articles on.
Okay.
You know which one. You know which one it is as soon as I show you this. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. That's this.
So
March
all of a
30th,
sudden-
2017.
So all of a sudden, the girls are killed. These 3 men leave to go to Minnesota, have a huge falling out, and Messer basically gets the boot. They do that stomp on sight thing on him to the point where Patrick Westfall had to be the one to go get Johnny's stuff from
Right.
Taylor. She talks about that in her deposition. She was like, basically, they had Patrick come get his stuff from me because Johnny knew that if he met with Patrick, there was that stomp on sight order out on him.
Right.
So he obviously wasn't going to meet with him. So I just find all of that really interesting. And then in Brad's deposition, he says that he thinks Patrick's not even around at the time of the murders because he thought he was in Minnesota. And that's what Patrick told him.
Right, but he's not in Minnesota until the end of March.
Right. So.
Yeah, this is the, so people were asking, yeah, this is the one that's, that was the Trump rally. It was a Make America Great Again. It's got, I'm pretty sure it's actually got the photos of Johnny Messer. Yeah, Johnny Messer. Vinlander probate member Johnny Messer of Indianapolis can be seen below at the MAGA march. At the march, flashing the Vinlanders hand sign and in a Facebook image wearing a Vinlanders probate patch.
So this was written in March, on March 30th, 2017. But it says dozens of people showed up. No,
March,
see, this
yeah.
is, no, this is Indianapolis. This is not Minnesota. It was earlier in March that they were in Minnesota.
Well, that doesn't make sense because Johnny wouldn't be there in Indianapolis then.
Exactly.
Hold on. Let's research this for a hot second because I want to get some clarification.
I'm looking at it right now. It says dozens of people showed up at the Indiana State House in Indianapolis, you bastard, on March 25th, 2017 to support President Trump and his administration at the Make America Great Again rally.
Yeah, hold on.
Many wore t-shirts that read American Guard or Vinlanders. A few had somewhat sinister appearances, such as the marcher who wore Vinlander sunglasses and supported a RAHOA, racial holy war tattoo on the side of his head.
There's no.
But I was looking up events. Yeah, Mickey McGinley, Indianapolis, Patrick Westfall.
Yeah, okay. You're
All
right.
Indianapolis. So I'm still trying to find, and I obviously stopped because we've been doing this, but like before we started yesterday, I was trying to figure out where they were in Minnesota. So basically he's lying. He's lying about them never speaking again after Minnesota because they went to another march.
Well, when is the Minnesota march?
Earlier in March. It's before Indianapolis.
Are we sure?
Yes.
What date was the Minnesota march?
We don't know. It's not been.
How do we know it's not after?
He needs medicine.
What?
He
His spray?
medicine.
His nose spray? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought this was the same.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me see if chat knows. On March 4th? Okay. I'm still looking. Give me a second. St. Paul State House, March 4th. Okay, so March 4th, 2017, Minnesota State House. Okay, that's not the right one. Hold on really quick, you guys. St. Paul. March 4 Trump rally was held at the Minnesota State Capitol in St. Paul. The event was part of a series of pro-Trump rallies that occurred across the country on that day. Tensions rose between two groups with heated verbal exchanges during a speech by pro-Trump speaker, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of people were charged with misdemeanors. Trump supporters were attacked at the Capitol. Let me see. Let's see if I can see it in some of these images. Okay, so it does. I mean, I can't. There were a lot of rallies they went to. Well, because according to Brian James, everything is about the political side of things. It's not about the racial side of things, right? So that's what Johnny Messer is saying that he signed up for, was this political side of stuff. But that still doesn't add up, because he's here with them on March 25th in Indy. Yeah, I don't know. So yes, he's saying that he stopped talking to them after Minnesota, but he didn't. I mean, so Brian James starts the Vinlanders, but then essentially leaves the Vinlanders, not leaves them, but moves on to create a bigger political message under the American Guard, where the Vinlanders are still essentially under the American Guard. I mean, they're still all working together. But I don't think Baldwin does a very good job of saying that. Like, he's like, the Hells Angels wouldn't be hanging out with like other ones, but he's like that's not what this is. This is all under Brian James. They're just, the Vinlanders are not. It's like all Vinlanders are American Guard, but not all American Guard are Vinlanders. It's kind of like the turtle and the tortoise. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, I think we were down here at the bottom of this. All right, I'll wait for her to come back. Correct, Spugs? Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's more like that. There is something called the Asatru Folk Assembly Festival in Minnesota.
I'm here. Oh.
What's the turtle and the tortoise? The turtle is that all tortoises are turtles, but not all turtles are tortoises.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I was saying. You probably missed it, but I was saying, like, all Vinlanders are essentially American Guard, but not all American Guard are Vinlanders.
Got it.
So I was saying it's like the turtle and the tortoise.
But are all Vinlanders Odinists?
Well, not according to Johnny.
Okay, let's keep going because we only have an hour and we're doing really good.
Matt says I learned so much here.
You're welcome.
In case you didn't know about the turtle and the tortoise, there you go. Okay, so he talks about he's working at the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
When was it? Was there a regular meeting with Mickey McGinley, like a regular meeting of the Vinlander people?
I think it was the last Saturday or Sunday of every month.
Okay, I'm getting close here. Were you ever told that you were going to get a patch at some point and then you didn't with the Vinlanders?
I mean, I was a probate. Nobody ever told me when.
Okay. And do you know what happened with Patrick Westfall in terms of the Vinlanders?
I do not.
Were each of you supposed to get a patch in October of 2017?
I don't recall when we were supposed to.
I'm getting close. I really am.
Okay.
Oh, you said okay. Do you know if Brad Holder, let's start with Patrick Westfall. Do you know if Patrick Westfall was into knives and guns?
I know he had like brass knuckles and stuff.
Okay, that would be Patrick Westfall did?
Yeah.
Do you know if I've heard that he made his own knives. I don't know if that.
Wrong. I don't know.
You don't know that. Do you know if he is really into knives and guns?
No, not that I remember.
Okay. What about Brad Holder? Same question. Was Brad Holder into knives and guns, if you know?
I knew Brad carried a gun.
Do you know what kind of gun it was?
I don't.
Did he carry a .40 caliber?
I don't know. It's been so long and I don't usually ask people questions about their guns.
Okay. Do you know enough about guns? If you saw a gun that was a .40 caliber, you'd know it?
Not really.
Okay. Do you know if Brad, I've also heard rumors or whatever, that he made his own knives as well. Did you ever hear that? Brad made his own knives?
I don't know.
Okay, I think I am done. Do you remember using Taylor's red Suburban the weekend of Valentine's before Valentine's of 2017?
I don't.
Was it common for you to use her red Suburban back in those times?
Yeah, we had one vehicle. Unless my truck was running. I mean, we didn't have much money, so if something went wrong with my truck, it sat until I had money to fix it.
Okay, I don't have any other questions, but Miss Auger does. So Miss Auger says, I've got a couple of questions. Not many, I don't think. What was it about the Vinlanders Social Club that made you want to probate?
Brian James. I was talking to him about it. He was big on constitutional rights and stuff like that, and he asked me if I was interested in Vinlanders. And, you know, I talked to him about about it being a skinhead club. And he said, it's not so much a skinhead club anymore. It's just a brotherhood, just being a part of something.
Okay, so side comment here. Why would Brian James be talking to Johnny Messer about the Vinlanders instead of the American Guard when Brian James supposedly was no longer part of the Vinlanders when Johnny Messer was a probate, according to Johnny Messer? Does that make sense? Complicated question, but
no, it makes sense what you're saying, but you're still missing Taylor's deposition.
Okay. Okay, sure. So the common denominator was the constitutional stuff. Okay, and how did drinking out of the horn, how did that tie into it?
That's just something that they were into. You know, when I first come around, when I first seen it, I was like, what the hell are these dudes drinking out of a horn for?
What was the process to getting a patch?
Just show up at meetings.
Was it you had to show up for a certain amount of time? Did they kind of check your background?
They did a background check and then just show up, you know, be there. We never really went out and did anything illegal. We went out to bars and ended up getting into it with people, but I don't ever recall any physical actual fights. So that's basically it, I guess. I didn't make it far enough to find out.
I'm still confused on how they would not have known that he had a biracial child.
Well, background check isn't going to show.
But they're not just doing it. I mean, you're going to let somebody into your.
Well, if you remember, Patrick Westfall told us that they had an investigator.
Yeah, somebody in that club is looking to see what's going on with you before they're going to let you in to anything. Andy, no, he did not have an attorney. He was upset that he didn't have an attorney when he's the one who didn't bring one.
He actually said he wanted one, but
that's up to him. He felt like they were going to provide one for him, like it was a cop thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, Johnny, this is not that kind of situation. Okay, so earlier you said you weren't happy to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of the Minnesota trip?
It was all, they call it the yearly. It was all Vinlanders that was supposed to be there. I wasn't happy about it because I didn't have the money to go. I basically starved the whole time we was down there or up there because I didn't have any money.
Everybody what?
I said I basically starved the whole time up there because I didn't have much money to eat and get stuff to drink and stuff like that.
And you said that Andy was talking earlier about you giving the Vinlander Social Club the names of Elvis Fields, Ned Smith, and Rod Abrams. And you said, I wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't you do that?
Because I wasn't trying to recruit people. I don't know. Like I said, I've never personally talked to Elvis or the other two guys. I knew Elvis a little from my Uncle Billy, and that is it. That was it. He kind of mooched off of him.
And you said in 2017 you worked at Steel Technologies in Greensburg. Is that right?
Yes.
What shift?
I worked 12-hour shifts. I worked days and nights over there, so it was like a swing.
Swing shifts?
Yeah.
And you said you stopped talking to Patrick Westfall after 2017. After why?
The Minnesota, on the way back from Minnesota. I know Taylor made that phone call, told him that I was on meth.
And that's...
And the biracial daughter.
Okay, and then what?
I have a biracial daughter, so that's after. That's when I stopped.
And you said Taylor called him and said you were using meth. Is that one of your reasons?
Yes.
And then earlier you said Andy asked you about something, and I don't even remember what he asked you about, but you said you read it in Todd Click's stuff.
Yeah, the memorandum thing that he put out.
Okay, all right. Have you ever read any of Todd Click's reports?
No.
Okay.
I've never been given copies of them or anything.
Okay. You know, after my name...
after my name started getting destroyed on the internet, I kind of quit paying attention to all of it. It makes it easier for me to be able to go out and live a normal life if I don't know what's going on or what people are saying. All this stuff came out and my name got drug into it, Now I can't go to dance recitals and stuff with my kids. Parents are looking at me like I had something to do with it.
I don't have anything else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Mr. Baldwin
better than that.
Mr. Baldwin says, I do. Do you know what CGS Services is?
It's where I drove a trash truck.
And when did you work there?
I can't remember the year. I think 2016.
Okay, that's all.
So now basically all of McClelland's questions we don't get to see. That's cool. So at some point I answered no.
Why did we not get to see what McClelland asked him?
Don't know. Embarrassment, maybe?
Who went through and decided what could and could not be seen?
Don't know.
I mean, per the rules on access to court records.
Yeah, but it doesn't say which rule.
Nope.
And again, there's no reason to redact entire fucking pages.
Nope.
All right.
Okay, so you said no, and then Nick says, did you ever participate in any kind of ceremony at the Monon High Bridge in Delphi?
No.
Did you ever participate in any of the ceremonies?
No. Like I said, I drank out of the horn, and everybody else was drinking out of it. Ew. Mustache hairs and stuff like that floating around.
Oh, God.
And I don't like wine, which they were drinking, so I try not to do any of that. Ew.
Who the hell is Mr. Irvin?
Oh, see, I have no fucking clue. What is going on here?
This was supposed to be McClelland.
So we literally didn't get to see a single thing from McClelland. And then Irvin, whoever the fuck that. Who the fuck is Mr. Irvin?
Who's Mr. Irvin?
I'll have to, before we go over Ned, we'll look and see at like the first 2 pages if it says who it is.
And who did the highlighting on these depositions?
I don't know. We had that same question. A lot of them seem like state highlights. So. Whatever, Mr. Irvin. Next.
So we don't even know what McClellan asked at all. We don't know what Mr. Irvin had to say.
Nope. For the entire.
We don't know who's Mr. Irvin.
Nope. Nope. We know that it's not his lawyer. Like, we know that it's not a lawyer with Johnny Messer. You know what I mean? But I don't want to scroll up to the top because we only got 4 pages left, and I think they're all redacted basically. Oh, we only have like 1 page left actually.
Okay, so questions again by Mr. Baldwin after who the fuck knows Mr. Irvin. I'll go back up to the top for a second. What about ritualistic killings of animals? Was that ever talked about?
No.
That's all. Miss Auger says, one more. I can't be left out. How many meetings do you think you went to?
It was about, I don't know. I hung around. Redacted. Happen is you'll get it, and then I'm assuming this is me. No, this is not me. This is Baldwin.
Is you'll get it, and then you'll have to, maybe I'll send you a self-addressed stamped envelope, send it back to us with some postage on it or something. So you review it, and at the very back of it, there's what is called an errata sheet. And that is if there's anything that's incorrect, then you would she wrote it down as Schmidt and it's Smith, something like that, okay?
Okay.
That's all, thank you.
That is such bullshit.
We don't have a signed copy from Johnny Messer, though.
So I don't see anybody. It says, for the state of Indiana is Nicholas McClellan. For the defendant is Auger and Baldwin. And then it says also present Darren Miller. I have no idea who that is. But I don't see Irwin or Irvin or whatever it was anywhere. So who is Mr. Irvin or Irwin? What was it? Irvin?
Irvin.
No idea. Absolutely no clue who that is.
Hey, Peggy.
The notary is this Donna Fiedler or whatever. Could Irvin have been? No, they wouldn't have been asking questions. So it's not somebody that was doing the recording. I have absolutely no clue. I can try to ask somebody.
That doesn't even make sense to me. So Johnny Messer went to Minnesota with Westfall and Mickey McGinley. Yes. In the beginning of March, apparently. I still can't show proof that that's what it is, but I mean, that's what a lot of people in chat are saying. It's this March 4th Trump rally at St. Paul, but I'd still like to see.
Well, that could be it.
I'd still like to see something that shows either Westfall, McGinley, or Messer actually at this particular rally.
Well, no, it was not a Trump thing. He said that it was their yearly, Vinlanders get together or whatever. It wasn't a Trump thing. It was a yearly whatever it was. So you'd have to look up Vinlanders meeting. I'm not sure, but he didn't say that it was a rally.
But he goes to a rally at the end of March, so he's still fucking lying.
But exactly, because he's not told us about that. He's not telling them about that. I'm changing characters.
The only thing that would make sense would be if they leave from Indy and go up to Minnesota after.
Should I talk like this?
I think it'll drive everybody insane.
He's a mouth breather.
He is.
I wonder if I could do it with that. He's a mouth breather. Oh, I can do it without my nose. Perfect. Let me get. Sorry, I'm trying. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Vinlanders meeting.
Right.
I want something that shows.
See, Mav appreciates it. I'm doing it. I'm mouth breathing the rest of this thing.
All I says in one of the 3-day hearing transcripts, Nick says he highlighted the depots to make it easier for Gold to take notice of something.
Oh, great. So that makes perfect sense.
It's so fucking stupid. Okay.
What are you doing? Where are you?
I'm trying to find something that was on my arm. I thought it was a bug, and now I kind of freaked out. And so I was trying to find it.
Probably a hair.
It might have been, but I don't know. It felt like a bug, and I kind of lost my shit for a second. So I'm not anywhere except for there. It could be that he merged the two. Yeah. That leader dude has an FBI report that has various meetings mentioned in there. I wonder if it's also mentioned in that. Well, that would be interesting to see, Peggy. Okay, something to chew on. Let's say the Odinist angle is actually a nothing burger. What would make Holman and McClellan want to make Baldwin think there is an Odinist angle? Was it to distract him? Interesting. I think that the problem has always been it's not about an Odinist angle. It's about the people who committed the crime practice Odinism. And I think that's where the defense got away from it, because they kept talking about it being like an Odinistic ritual type of thing, instead of the crime just being committed by somebody who followed a religion, Norse paganism, Asatru, Odinism, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've always said that from the time I read the damn Franks memo, that's what I thought. Okay, hold on a second. Radar sent me something. Okay.
Hurry.
I am. Hold on. Something about it being... No, that's the wrong one. That's the one we were just looking at, Radar. That's the one from 25th in Indianapolis. That's the one from March. Yeah, and the article's written the 30th. Okay. All right. So let me switch over to Ned Smith. So if you guys remember, Ned Smith is the one who talked to Elvis and said that Elvis wasn't going to be taking a polygraph, and that he's the one who had gotten Elvis an attorney, and was kind of very protective over Elvis. Okay, so this takes place on April 19th of 2024. Ned Smith, having been duly sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth relating to said matter, was examined and testified as follows. Have you been through a deposition before?
Yeah.
For what reason?
About 10 years ago, I guess, I had to give one for... Oh, wait. About 10 years ago, I guess, I had to give one for something. I don't know what it was.
Okay, was it like a lawsuit or something?
Yeah.
And so kind of the rules of the depositions are, number one rule, tell the truth.
Sure.
Obviously. Number two, people do this a lot. They say uh-huh and and she needs to know, is it a yes or is it a no?
Sure.
So I'll say, is that a yes or is that a no? And it's not me trying to bust your chops.
Gotcha.
The third thing is the court reporter here, Sharon, it's very difficult for her if we're talking over one another, because she's got to be like going crazy.
Gotcha.
So I'll try not to talk over you. You try not to talk over me, and that will be great.
Oh.
Did you do anything to prepare for today's deposition?
I took a shower.
He doesn't take a shower to prepare for every day. It just takes one to prepare for depositions. So
This was a special occasion.
This is a special occasion. I took a shower today. I don't normally do that. So,
Oh my God.
oh my God. You didn't talk to anybody.
Why would I, though?
I mean, you don't have any paperwork, I don't think.
That's another question. What am I supposed to have?
I don't know that you have anything.
Yeah.
Who, if anybody, have you talked to about even coming to this deposition? Did you talk to anybody?
No. My uncle. I told him in case. In case I can't make it to Carmel, when he's standing for me today. Unless you guys are going to pay me the same amount that I'm going to make it doing this job, I'll hang out all day with you.
That's why I'm getting you in here, trying to get you out.
Right.
So did you talk to Elvis about the deposition?
No.
Did you talk to him about anything related to?
When Paul Drake, your guy, I call him Paul Drake, Perry Mason, your investigator came and gave Elvis one of these, and I thought it was fake because he didn't say hi. I'm such and such. He just pushed it on him. So I'm thinking, Elvis, I'd call a lawyer and find out if it's for real, and that's the only thing we discussed.
So our guy's name is Brian Albee. Paul Drake I went to college with, though.
Not the Paul Drake from Perry Mason.
Oh, okay, I'm with you now. I never watched Perry Mason.
And you're an attorney?
I know, it's embarrassing.
What about Matlock?
I don't really have time to watch TV. So I know you said you talked to the FBI. How long ago was that, do you think?
5 years ago, 6 years ago.
How many times did you talk to the FBI?
Once.
Once by yourself?
Yes.
Did you ever talk to them any other times?
No. I just got home from a funeral that day. My cousin says, the law is at your house looking for you. I said, tell them I'll be there 10 minutes. Instead, I went to the sheriff's station. I met the FBI, and they didn't wear suits.
Oh
The
my
guy
God.
on CSI wears a suit. These guys didn't. Maybe it was low key or something. Oh God. See, if we don't finish, it's gonna be because of Ned.
I'm sorry. This guy has too much time to watch TV. The guy doesn't wear a suit. The guy on CSI wears a suit. Does he know that CSI isn't the FBI? Oh God. What do you remember about that?
Conversation.
Yeah, with the FBI.
At first, I didn't know why they was there. Then they asked me if I ever been to Carroll County. What the hell is Carroll County? I don't know. They explained what it was. And then when I said Elvis was with me, because Elvis helps me sometimes with work. Oh, he's with you? Well, yeah, he went to a funeral with me. Well, he's the guy we're looking for. Then they left me and went straight to him.
Just because I'm gonna forget to do this, I don't know, Ned, if you're ever gonna be testifying in the trial, but I always do this at depositions.
Sure.
That way I don't have to scramble at the last minute. So I'm gonna hand you a subpoena for trial. Now we will be in contact with you, or you can be in contact with us. I saw that apparently when our guy served you, you have my card there, so you can call our office.
Sure. I actually still have you on speed dial.
Wow, that was a long time ago, so I'm going to hand you that.
I don't get in trouble. I don't need a lawyer.
Well, what is your phone number?
Same number you had from last time.
So on that number, Ned, what we will do is we will call you and say, hey, you don't have to show up for this, or you do have to show up for this. I don't want you to just waste a day going up there. Okay, they leave all the people's phone numbers in there, but we can't get
whatever this is.
Whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
You know them, and others maybe not so much. Elvis Fields?
Yes, sir.
Rod Abrams.
Yes, sir.
Hold on really quick. Can we see it? This isn't the Fresh Express one.
Fresh Express.
I'm gonna try that one. We'll have to try it tonight.
I'm starving. You can't be talking about food here.
Sorry, he went to the grocer and was showing me something.
Where do I get one?
One that goes to the grocer?
Yeah.
You can have this one.
Okay. Remember you said
You'll give him back, surely.
he'd come running back. I have no doubt.
No,
All right.
he would not. He would not. He might want to stay.
So he knows Rod
Rod
Abrams. Yes,
Abrams.
sir.
Taylor Hornaday.
No, sir.
John Messer.
I'm feeling very Eeyore, but that seems appropriate.
It does.
No, sir.
You've never heard of Johnny Messer?
I've heard his name. I was asked his name by the FBI. Like I told them, I don't know this cat. This cat was supposed to say, I downloaded that 130 some page, whatever it is that's on the internet. When people tell me my name was involved in this, Johnny Messer, I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. This Messer guy reads a Satanist guy. Like, I'm going to give God up for Satan. They're full of shit.
What the fuck did you just say?
I just need to know if all these freaks got it from my Google Drive. Because remember, they released it, but then they sealed it. So the only place to get it was like the people that already had it downloaded.
Right. But
Do you want me to do it again?
no, I don't want you to do it again. It doesn't make any sense. So you've never met Johnny Messer?
No, sir.
Have you ever talked to him on the phone?
Don't even know the guy. Why would I talk to him?
I've got other people here. Josh Harrison?
No, sir.
Billy Messer.
I know Billy.
How do you know Billy?
Billy is a guy that comes up. Can I bum a dip of snuff? That's what he says to me. Can I mow your grass Monday and you pay me today? And I'll pay you Tuesday for a cheeseburger today.
Oh my god, this is so crazy to me. It doesn't, I can't, I don't even. That's how you know Billy Messer?
That's how I know Billy.
Do you know if Billy and Johnny Messer are related?
I don't have no clue.
Do you know Peter Dunn?
Pete Dunn? Yes, I know Petey.
How do you know him?
Actually, his mother is my cousin, third cousin, something like that.
Would you make it? What does Peter do for a living?
Last I seen him, McDonald's.
Chelsea, that's the question of the hour. But does Ned know Wiener? Okay. What about Benny Cameron?
Which one? Senior? I used to buy baseball cards from him when I was a kid. That's the dad. He does have a son named Benny, too. I known him in school, just like Paul here. I went to school with Paul. We don't hang out. We don't break bread.
Matt Busberg.
No.
Douglas Hunt.
No.
Ed Hunt.
No.
Douglas
Mike Hunt.
Ed Hunt. Douglas
No.
Ed Hunt.
No.
Larry L.K. Spiegel.
No.
Danny Hammond.
Danny Hammond. Yeah, I know Danny.
How do you know Danny?
Danny's married to a cousin of mine.
What does he do for a living?
Danny is in all kinds of shit, I think. He's tried to have his hand in asphalt, and I see him going around with the sign on his truck saying seal coating or whatever.
Is he a competitor of yours?
He's not even in my league. He's Budweiser. I'm champagne. Mm.
What about Brad Holder? No?
No.
Jay Carpenter.
No. Wait a minute. Carpenter? Is it a carpenter? I know some carpenters. Dennis Carpenter, which he's deceased. It might be a young brother. I'm not for sure.
Eric Abernathy.
No.
Josh Chrisman.
No.
Patrick Westfall.
No.
Taylor Hornaday.
No.
Todd Click.
Yeah.
How do you know Todd?
Todd's going to be the guy that solved the case. He's a weasel. That's my opinion.
Todd is a weasel. That's your opinion? Okay. Anything else about Todd in your relationship? Do you have a relationship?
No.
Did you know him before all this happened?
I went to school with him.
Oh,
That makes sense. Okay.
that's interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
Robert Thomas.
No, sir.
Josh Stevenson.
No.
Brittany Odom.
No, sir.
Have you ever been to Delphi, Indiana?
No, sir.
Have you ever been to Logansport?
No, sir.
What's the furthest north you can do work?
Probably the town that has Ivanhoe's in it. It's an ice cream shop, Upland, Indiana. That's about maybe 15 miles north of Muncie.
When did you do work there?
A couple years ago. I have steady customers every 2 years that I do.
Has anybody ever threatened you over anything related to this Delphi situation?
No.
What is your criminal history? Do you have any?
No. I'm not sure you'll find it. Google it.
Ooh. Okay. It's easier to do that nowadays than it used to be.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know where you were on February 13th, 2017?
No.
Where were you when you found out the Delphi had been killed?
The day that happened, I was Muncie, Indiana, at Ball Memorial Hospital. My cousin George Stanley was in the hospital. Like I told the FBI, if they do their homework, go up there to the hospital, see if George was registered there that day. We was there.
George, what's his last name?
Stadley. Stanley. He's deceased now. I wish he wasn't, because I would have him back Elvis's story. Elvis was there too. That's the only reason my name is involved in this, because I didn't like how they was doing a simple-minded guy like Elvis. So I hired an attorney for him just so he has somebody in his corner. Liar. They're lying.
Yeah, we all know that you were not there on the 13th.
Yep.
Were you up there on February 13th or February 14th to see George Stanley?
I can't remember.
Well, that would be on a Monday would be the 13th and Tuesday would be the 14th, if that matters.
I live one day at a time. If God lets me open my eyes today, I take that day.
How is it that you would know as you sit here that you were up at the Muncie Hospital on either February 13th or 14th?
Because I was there. I can't remember the date, but when the FBI was drilling me about it, I remembered that day we was at the hospital. 3rd or 6th floor, whatever it was. I don't remember like it was yesterday, but I don't remember the time or the date. Anyway, they pinged my phone. They checked my damn bank accounts. I don't even know why I'm sitting here.
What did you do this past February 13th?
Probably cracked a bottle of John Walker Blue open and drank it.
No shower, though.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
That's for special occasions. I don't know. I'm being honest.
No, I appreciate that. What I'm trying to figure out is when the police talked to you or the FBI talked to you was some period of time later than when the girls were found missing.
Yeah.
And you were able to remember back to that day and said, I was at a hospital in Muncie.
I remember one time when I was about 7 that I fell out of a tree and I put a scar on my eye. See, I can remember things. But to me, this is non-relevant to me because I don't even know why I'm sitting here. Why I'm wasting my time. Are you doing this job pro bono for this guy?
It feels that way.
I get it. You want to get paid. You want your name on TV.
Untrue, but it's fine that you think that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm trying to figure out when the FBI talked to you. Let's say it was.
Don't they have a record of talking to me?
Sure.
Can't we get that?
Sure. What I'm asking, though, is how would you know 18 months later or 15 months after these girls were abducted what you were doing on February 13th or 14th to tell them that? How would you know to do that? That's my question.
I can't answer that.
But you were sure that on February 13th.
Let's back up. No, I'm not sure. I don't know where I was. I don't know what I was doing. But when they pinged my phone, they seen them days they was questioning about that I did not leave Rush County. When they checked my bank records, every time I swiped my card at the village pantry that day was on 3rd Street all day long because I like to gamble. I bet lots of lottery tickets.
I thought you were up in Muncie. Is that what you said? That's where I'm confused.
No. When they came that day to check out my phone, ping it, they knew before they even talked to me. Anyway, I'm getting aggravated here.
Well, I don't want you to get aggravated. I'm really trying to just understand. You were up at a hospital in Muncie visiting with George Stanley.
Yes.
I want to talk about that. Who was with you?
Elvis, Rod, and George's wife, Julie.
And I'll ask you one last time because I'm not sure. How would you know that that day that you went and visited George Stanley with Elvis, Rod, and George's wife, that it was on February 13th of 2017? How would you know that when you were asked months and months later?
I don't know.
But you're sure that on that day the girls were abducted, you were at?
Because it was on the radio or something that day.
Okay.
I'm innocent here and I have to prove myself. This guy admitted on the phone, whatever, that he's the guy, but we don't believe that. Interesting that he knows that.
Yeah. What are you reading? What are you talking about? Did you ever want to be a member of a club with Elvis Fields
No.
and Rod Abrams?
No.
Do you know why Johnny Messer would say that?
I don't have a clue, sir. Don't have a clue.
Were you aware that Johnny Messer has said were you aware that Johnny Messer has said?
After everything come public, FBI talking to me, and I get a lot of people asking why, what is this? But when I read or when I read that 130 something pages after you took the case up there and Todd Click tell you that, hey, there's other people you need to look at. Your guy's innocent. I get it. That's your job. You want to prove your guy innocent. But why waste people's time that has nothing to do with it?
Johnny Messer says that you were interested in joining the Vinlanders. Is that true?
Johnny's full of shit. I don't know the cat, man. I don't know the cat.
Okay, hold on really quick. Johnny's is April 26th. So Ned's is before Johnny's. Have you ever heard of the Vinlanders before?
No, not until all this crap here, That's how I knew they were into Satan,
Did you ever discuss the alibi of being up in Muncie with Elvis?
No,
Have you ever discussed it with Joyce Moffett?
no,
Who have you discussed it with?
nobody. There's no alibi, man. It's the truth. You're here seeking the truth. I've tried to give it to you.
Sure.
But we're him hauling around bushes and stuff. This was bullshit back then. It's bullshit today.
Sure. Have you ever heard Elvis make any admissions at all about anything?
No.
What about the spit? Tell me about that.
What do you mean?
Do you know that Elvis has claimed that he spit on the girls? On one of the girls? Have you ever heard that before?
I heard through this thing here, and I asked that question 100 times. We let Elvis around little kids in our family, There's no just thinking about that shit. Me and my family is not going to let a bad person around little bitty babies in our family. It's not happening.
My question was, has Elvis ever told...
No.
This is the first time you've ever heard about spit on the girls.
From your mouth, yes. And then something I read, or something that was supposed to say that he told an officer as the officer dropped him off at his house.
Right.
I don't see that happening.
Did you read that in the memo that you're talking about, the 136 page?
I can't remember. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. Everywhere.
So you think that Elvis would never say that he...
People can believe what they want to believe. My personal, my heart, my gut. Elvis is not what people says he is. I grew up with the kid. His elevator doesn't go all the way to the top, and I hate saying that about a guy.
Sure.
But man, he's the nicest person you'd ever want to meet. Would give you the shirt off his back or the jacket.
Have you ever known him to communicate with young girls on the internet?
No, I don't get at people's business what they do.
Do you know why Rod Abrams would have said that?
No.
Has Elvis ever talked to you about being around girls that were on a bridge?
No.
What, if anything, have you and Rod Abrams talked about related to... What?
Go ahead, sorry.
What, if anything, have you and Rod Abrams talked about related to all this stuff going on about Delphi?
Nothing.
Have you talked to Rod Abrams? Reminding him that you guys were up in Muncie visiting George Stanley?
No. I don't have to prep them guys for shit. They're men on their own hook.
Does Rod Abrams know George Stanley?
Yeah. Rod grew up with him too. I have a thing for hunter dogs, you know. I got one guy on crutches, cerebral palsy, that I have come out and blow driveways sometimes for me.
What the fuck?
I have no idea.
What the hell? What? Okay. Did Elvis know George Stanley?
Yeah.
Was Elvis ever worried that his DNA could be found on the girls?
I don't know.
Did he ever tell you that?
No. But Click and them told me that they DNA him and it wasn't a match. Because I figure if he was a match, we wouldn't be sitting here today. Your guy wouldn't be in jail up there today. He would be in jail. I'm not trying to be a butthole. I just get aggravated about stupidity. And I understand this is your job. You're trying to help your guy out. It's funny because I wish he would have countered back with that and said, not necessarily because Rick Allen's DNA ain't there either.
Right. Well, also, we don't know that they ever tested Elvis Field's DNA.
Right.
I mean, shit, they couldn't even test the family's DNA. Like, how do we know they tested anybody's? They were getting multiple DNA samples from the same people over and over again. It's like they didn't fucking test anybody.
Right.
It's all good, brother.
Yeah, I've been through all this once before with the FBI up my ass all the time. For what?
Were you aware, if it's true, that Elvis was following a guy on Facebook up in Logansport?
I can't tell you if you follow anybody. You know what I mean?
But he never told you I was following a guy named Brad Holder up in Logansport.
No.
He's never told you that. Okay. What about Elvis? Do you think, I don't like to use the word racist, but does he believe the white race ought to stay with white and other races ought to stay with other races?
No. You know, people could say a lot of stuff. I don't approve of what's going on in this world with men and women and women. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. But people say jokes like that. I'm not going to get into it. I can be potty mouthed. And I haven't ate yet today, neither. And I'm diabetic.
Oh, okay. I mean, we're getting fairly close here. No, that doesn't have anything to do with racism, but Adam and Eve and Adam and Steve has nothing to do with being a racist. Were you ever asked to give your phone so they could download information off it?
They took my phone the day that they questioned me.
Do you know what they did with it?
I'm a 20th century guy living in the 21st century, so it takes me like a minute to type my name, 3 letters, Ned. So what they did, I don't know. They asked me to open my bank account up to them. I did.
I'm weeding through questions trying to make sure that you don't know a guy named Josh Chrisman.
No, sir. You got pictures of any of these people you're talking about?
I don't.
I'm more of a facial person than a name person.
I wish I did, but I don't. But at least the name doesn't ring a bell. Alvin Flynn?
No, sir.
Flynn Livestock. Do you know if Elvis has ever tried to earn some extra money, like cleaning out livestock pens or cleaning trucks that drive?
That would be more of Billy Messer or Danny Hammond kind of jobs. Billy and Danny works for the hog barns down there. Them's the guys you ought to talk to about cleaning out horse stalls or whatever.
Have you ever heard of Weichman Stockyard?
No, sir. Where's it at?
Delphi.
No. Until all this happened, I never heard of the town of Delphi until boom, it's on the news.
If Danny Hammond said that Elvis used to get paid $20 to help him load semis,
I don't know.
would that be?
I couldn't tell you that.
Would it be possible for Elvis to be making money that you wouldn't know about? Are you that close with him?
Let me say this, Andrew. At the time that we're talking about that all this took place, Elvis lived in a camper in my backyard. I knew all of his movements at the time. My girlfriend knew all of his movements. Could he have cleaned crap? I don't know. We could ask these questions. I never had to ask this before.
Sure.
I don't care if he, cleaned toilets or...
We don't get to know any of that either.
I think that's
something you back in those days.
I used to. I can't tell people what to put on their page. I'm not into. When I was 18, 20, I was into the things that they look at on Facebook.
Did you ever see Elvis put like photos of sticks on his Facebook page, for example?
No.
Or brass knuckles? Did you ever see that? No? You got to say no.
I'm sorry, no.
That's fine. Let me think for a second because I might be done. When you went to see George Stanley in the hospital, did Elvis bring his phone?
I can't recall because I'm going to say no. But I'm going to say no because the FBI couldn't ping it that day.
Did Rod Abrams bring his phone when you visited George Stanley?
He just now got a phone a few months ago.
And you brought your phone?
Yeah.
Tamunsi.
Today's society, if I don't have it, I'm lost.
It's 11:51. You should be able to get to Carmel. Mr. Baldwin says, do you have any questions? Miss Auger says, no. Mr. Latrell says, I have a few questions for you.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Latrell, you know some of these people, so tell me honestly your description of Mary Jacobs. How would you describe Mary?
We're being truthful here, correct?
She's yes. I wanted to read the next line so bad.
She's a fucking nutcase.
Okay, what's your reason for saying that she's a nutcase?
When somebody calls somebody in my truck and says, why are you flying around in my yard?
So you had a conversation like that with her?
I heard the conversation. I heard it. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Did it have something to do with a drone that she was upset with you about a drone or something?
First, I'm hearing about this.
You never heard that?
The conversation I heard, she accused Elvis of actually flying in her yard.
So she has mental problems.
The whole family does. The whole family does.
Joyce Moffat?
That's the sister. Elevator don't go all the way to the top neither. I hate talking about people like that, but you're asking me to tell you my opinion on them.
Did Elvis ever tell you that he had anything to do with these girls' deaths?
No.
Did he ever tell you that he had spit on girls?
No.
Have you ever been to Delphi?
For the 16th time, no.
I appreciate that. Thanks for your patience.
Did you hear that? I said the 16th time, no.
Court reporter says, I got it. Do you know whether Elvis has ever been to Delphi or not?
If I say no, but years and years ago, I don't know. I can only tell you the last 10, 15 years that's been under my supervision, no. I just gave him his truck like a year or so ago. I gave it to him. He worked hard for me that year. I said, here, you have this truck. He's always walked wherever. They come from nothing. Sad. So all three of you attorneys,
Yes.
Awesome.
I have no further questions for you. Baldwin says, thank you, man. I'm glad I was able to get you out so you can go.
Yeah, I'm glad too. And I'm sorry if I'm being a rude guy. To me, this is bullcrap, me being here.
I understand. I get it. I mean, we're ready for Elvis.
I'm not gonna say nothing to him. I'm gonna walk right past him. That way you guys can't say, well, you talked to him before going out. No way.
Do you want to read your words? Do you want?
I believe you. You wouldn't lie on me, would you?
Court reporter says, I wouldn't.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. All right. I mean, we have 20 minutes. Should we try?
Nah, we'll just save it. Let's
Okay.
just talk about what we read today, and then we can wrap up. We'll save him for.
Phew! Need some chapsticks, a little chapsticks.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I think all these people lie like rugs. I think they're lyingest. Most. I am bothered by the fact that he said about Rick making phone calls. Okay, so when the allegation is that he's being guarded by Odinist guards, and you're in with all these Odinist people, you've heard from their mouths that they're actual racists at this point. They're not good people. They'll turn on people, and in fact, if you really think about it, they'll turn on people. So they turned on Johnny Messer. We were told that it had to do with the girlfriend with the bugs in the pill bottle and the drugs and all that. But really, right, it's because he has a biracial daughter. We
don't even know if that's true.
No, he does.
Well, no, we don't know if it's true that they turned on him for that, because he's saying that they found that out in the Minnesota trip, but then on the 25th, he's still in Indy with them.
Oh, I have no doubt that they found out. I don't know how they found out. If it was,
there's no way he gets a stomp on site for his girlfriend bringing a roach to a restaurant. Like, let's be serious.
But he would if he had a biracial daughter.
Correct.
So I think that, and they would turn on him for that. And I think that's why he said he was in a bad spot. And so, let me get outside. Oh, my lights look cool as shit. The purple is awesome. All this looks badass. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, so I don't know who all knows this, but Rick Allen, his daughter Brittany, I don't know exactly what he is. They said it, I think, in like a hearing or something. He's like what is he? He's like Filipino or something.
Yeah, her husband?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have these racist people, yada yada. They know about the daughter, they know about the like they know everything about him. And so they're really not good people. And so it's not really a good look when you then have this dude. They're all in denial about knowing each other when we know that's not true.
Right.
And you have this dude bringing up the phone calls of him admitting it from he's the first one that has said that. Like, basically, why are you even talking to us when you have phone calls from jail?
Right.
Of him admitting it.
Right.
Like, one could argue that that's evidence that they were coercing him into confessing.
Like, how does he know all of the things that he knows at this point? I guess I'd have to go back and look at dates on certain things. But like the phone call stuff, that doesn't come out until 2024.
This is 2024, isn't it?
This is April of 2024. Was it already out by then?
Yeah, it was out April 2020. Well, yeah, it was out at the safekeeping hearing in June of 2023.
Oh, yeah. Okay, dumb. Stupid. Oh, yes. Okay.
Because they weren't like all the way out, but there
No.
was news articles that were written saying that he confessed.
That he had
That was
basically
it.
confessed, yes.
Yeah, there were no
Thank you,
details about that.
Terry. Yeah, so that's right. From the safekeeping hearing, that's when it gets brought up and says that he's confessed on the phone calls or whatever, but nobody has any context of what the actual confessions were until later.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think Ned's elevator goes much higher than Elvis's.
Right.
Some of these things I have no idea. He likes hunting dogs, but then all of a sudden he talking about people. I really don't. Maybe he just wasn't understood. Maybe he's like, I like helping out, or I don't know. I don't know. It was just very odd. That whole thing was very odd. And then he's the one that's telling Elvis, like, you need an attorney, and getting him an attorney, but doesn't really know why and doesn't talk to Elvis about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't, like, Elvis, like, why are they even looking at you? He's like, I just didn't want them to go after, like, a simple guy, you know what I mean? Like a simple-minded guy, but how does he know they're not just talking to him? You know what I'm saying? What's the conversations he's having with Elvis that it's like, okay, why do you need an attorney? Like, why do I need, you know what I mean? Why would they want to talk to you this seriously about this situation? He doesn't say, like, I told my sister, I met a group of guys, I tried to give her a jacket. Elvis is just like, I don't know. And they're like, and here Ned's like, okay, let me get you an attorney.
Right.
Like, there has to be some conversation.
Yeah, he's basically saying that, he's saying that they were basically trying to pin it on him and he wasn't going to let them do that. And that's why he got him a lawyer.
Sakoki got patched in to criminality because she's a member now. You get a patch. He watched a lot of TV shows, so he knows how it goes. And he's like, yeah, you're going to need an attorney because they want to talk to you. I mean, I'm all for everybody who talks to cops gets an attorney, so I understand that. But, like, I just think if I'm paying for an attorney for you, I want to know stuff. You know what I mean? We're going to have a conversation about what's going on. Why are they talking to you? What did they say? Why are they saying this? Why am I saying he doesn't need to take a polygraph? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't. And I saw somebody say something about all these people. Do they think they're smart enough to, like, kill two people and leave no evidence? Yeah. But, like, I don't think they didn't leave no evidence. I think the people collecting the evidence and testing the evidence fucked up all the evidence. Didn't use DNA samples they were picking to collect them.
Right.
Like, Ned's sitting here saying that Elvis's phone didn't ping. Well, it did ping.
Elvis's phone pinged at Elvis's house and untouched from like 10 a.m. on.
Right.
Yeah. As Elvis says Elvis says he was at home that day. Ned says that he was with him at the hospital.
Like, we forget that there is evidence. We just don't know who it belongs to. Like, There's DNA. We just don't know who it belongs to. So there is evidence.
And he's saying they pinged his phone. Ned's sitting here saying they pinged his phone and it was on 3rd Street all day buying lotto tickets.
Right. And just like, like, even the bullet, if we're going to talk about the bullet, right? That bullet is evidence, right?
Right.
Well, now we have a deposition of Brad Holder. I do not know why. I mean, I don't know what like resources were available to the defense to do it. Probably none. They probably couldn't compel Brad Holder to do anything. But, like, now we have a deposition where Brad Holder's literally saying that he owns a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson gun. Mm-hmm. And, like, that's not a nexus.
No, why doesn't anybody test
it? It was never tested. I mean, that's insane.
Well, then we also found out that Keegan Kline owned one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they take Brad Holder's, but they only extract the unspent rounds just to see if it matches, and then it's inconclusive, and nobody ever bothers to fire Brad Weber's gun.
Did that ever come up? Did it ever come up that I don't think it did when they were talking to the Eldridge, or no, not Eldridge, the one that did the DNA testing. Nah, I have the hiccups. Did they ever ask, like, were you ever given profiles for Elvis Fields or, well, I guess they weren't allowed to even say their
Oh,
names.
yeah.
Because
We're not allowed
I
to
would
talk
like to
about them.
know if they ever even tried to compare their DNA samples to the stuff at the scene.
Right. I'd be very curious to know how many people's DNA they took that actually got tested. Like you
Well, they
took
took Kelsey's
hundreds
about
of
30 times, and they didn't test
Right.
it until the first week of trial. So
Right. I love that the latest interview with Baldwin, he finally went the fuck off. What is the latest interview with Baldwin? How long ago is that? Is there one that I'm missing from the time I was gone?
is it the one on the channel that has like 16 subs?
I don't. Yeah,
It's like another attorney. It's not new because I remember sending it to Angela when I saw it, and I saw it right when it was there. Oh, there's a part 2. I don't know if I saw part 2.
I don't even know what part 1 is. I think the last time I saw Andy was either on Andy Kopsa's or on Bob's.
No, I think it was after that. Let me see. Should be able to see the links.
What's the channel name? Is this the channel name? Or is that a
I can't see. I'm in my messages.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched it.
All right, it's Circle City Conversations podcast.
Okay, so it is this one.
2 weeks ago.
So there's 3 parts to it, apparently.
Oh, let me see. Because I got this one. I think that might be the only one I watched. Because videos. I only see part 2. I only see 1 and then part 2. I have not watched part 2, which is 39 minutes long.
Part 3 is next month?
Why?
Is it not already recorded? Is it not all the same interview?
Well, they're wearing the same clothes in the thumbnail, so now I'll have to watch part 2 when you go.
Okay. If somebody that has a wrench wants to drop that link in the chat, that'd be great. So, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out scheduling tomorrow to. Oh my gosh, I don't know when to do anything. I don't. I could probably do
earlier in the day if you want.
I don't know if I really can, because by the time I get back, I drop off the kids. Jeremy's got an early day, and then Kaylee's got ortho right after school. So, I mean, if I did earlier, it would have to be like 9 my time.
Okay.
9 to 12. I could probably do a 3-hour 9 to 12, or I'd have to do like a 4. I could do a 4 to 7:30.
4, 7, so 7 to 10:30.
Yeah, I'll have to double check that schedule. There's just so much going on with the kids right now.
Well, whichever.
It's hard to. All right, I'll have to figure out. Like those are I'm thinking right now. Those would be like the 2 time frames I can do tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll talk with Mike, and then I can see, and then we can put. We'll figure out based on that time frame. We'll figure out how many we can fit in there. That's pretty much what we had to do with this one, was figure out like what we could fit into the time that we were able to come live, because I have to go take. One kid's got football and the other one's got gymnastics, so we're kind of split tonight. But I'll listen to part 1 and part 2. I don't like that part 3 isn't out. That is frustrating for me. But I'll try to do part 1 and part 2 tonight while I'm cooking tacos.
All right, so I'm gonna send your messenger this Twitter post.
Okay, what is that?
These comments are fucking hilarious. It's about the rapture. So somebody put this rapture tomorrow. Is it by time zone or everybody they go at once? And like the Grave Concerns account said, do I need to submit for PTO for this? Someone else said it's by credit score.
Okay. That's my credit score. So do the lower credit scores go first? Or do the higher ones go first?
Someone said, you should have received a ticket with a Rapture departure zone on it. Please wait for your designated zone. Someone said it's by time zone so we don't clog up the sky.
Time zone. So who goes first, the earlier or the later time zones? They're still not answering the question here.
It's alphabetical Z to A, I heard.
Oh. Still say that Ned Smith looks like the stapler guy on Office Space. Very much so, Thomas Scott. Very much so. You are right. Have you seen my red stapler? Have you seen my red stapler? I took a shower today. What did you do to prepare for this live? I took a shower.
These are it, like if what I 100% feel is an innocent man wasn't like wasting away in prison for absolutely no fucking reason, this would be comical.
I know.
Like I know we laugh, but like it's not even like this shit is just absolutely ridiculous and not even funny at all.
Oh God. That's so true. But I mean, I don't even know what else to do but laugh at some of this because it's just like, I mean, there's different times. That should be your answer to the Rapture post. Is there's different times and different days. Just different times and different days. In the words of Elvis Fields, you know.
The grandchildren is all the same.
I don't know my grandchild's name, but there are different times and different days. All right, I'm gonna hop off. I will talk with Sleuthy and I'll figure out mañana, and then I'll make the stream as soon as I can. So, but thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry I wasn't able to like take the time to like say hello to every one of you individually, but I
I got the timing on point.
Yeah, you did. You really did.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. So I'll have you do it for tomorrow. Stop being so good at stuff, then you end up doing more stuff.
That's what they say. Right. Like when you start a new job, you should not do the best you can because then they'll want you to do all the stuff.
Yeah, and then you get in trouble for not doing all the stuff the best you can for the rest of the time when you are tired.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Go enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. If you're having tacos, good job. It is Taco Tuesday. Sleuthy, get yourself some food. Do not go to bed hungry. I love you all, and I know you have 1,000 other places that you could spend your time, and you choose to spend your time here with us, and we love you for it. We will see you mañana.
Love you. Bye.
Do you dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown. Down the rabbit hole. Where it stops, no